At Stanton, we sell great frames. All sorts of frames. Over 1,000 frames, starting at just $79. I save money, and I see great, smart, simple Stanton.
President Trump announced confirming that two crew members of the USS Army Apache helicopter are not hurt after the crash during Singapore cruise. The pilots are fine, yeah. The news will report tomorrow. But the pilots are fine, yeah. Pentagon has not released further details, but Apache helicopters have helped enforce a U.S. blockade targeting Iranian oil shipments through the region. The president also said Iran talks are advancing and could come soon to a deal over Trump's nuclear program. And we're in the final throes of what will be a very, very good deal. after the testing, and then spring will open up right away. It'll open up starting with Michigan District. Perfect. Negotiation to prevent additional weeks of West Coast company. We want Israel strikes against each other for now. Sunday's breakdown in a ceasefire further jeopardizes diplomatic efforts to end the war, which has just passed the 100-day mark. Correspondent Oklahoma covers.
The week Monday morning, President Trump posted both sides feeling Iran are seeking an immediate ceasefire. Final negotiations on peace are proceeding, subject to ignorance or stupidity getting in its way. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, whose country is immediately U.S.-Iran talks, says, especially when the final objective is just about to be, he sincerely urged all sides to exercise restraint and give peace a little more chance. First, Iran announced their holding fire, and then Israel. Assault's interceptional operation by forces is here right now. However, it is emphasized that this urgent and hostile actions continue, including in southern Lebanon, much more severe and crushing measures than before will follow.
Bonds with Iran and Hezbollah are weaker than ever. We are stronger than ever, but our struggle with them is not over yet. If the terrorist regime makes the mistake and attacks us again, we will respond forcefully.
Iran-backed Houthis also stepping into the fight, saying they launched a round of strikes on northern Israel and threatened to target ships affiliated with Israel in the Red Sea. Back here in Washington, President Trump continues to say a deal is close. Iranian leaders and there's been no progress. And the latest strikes against Israel also counter what President Trump often says about Iran's military capabilities.
In the 3 months of violence, the Navy, the Air Force, anti-aircraft, they have no radar, they have no nothing.
Well, Washington's putting to full-scale its military operations, but it's not possible.
But I would see if I think I lived in. If I lived in, it's still faster.
Washington, I'm around.
It's a problem that comes with an off the Central Valley Hill. Animals disease and not enough resources to care for them. This is why the friends of the Darren Animal Shelter with stuff like this.
That's the best. Media saying that right. Dropped off right outside the facility, and the shelter says that the for stores that testing fresh in home.
We have lack of funding going on and donations, and we're down to a bare minimum. In fact, we don't get donations that are going to because of people suffering that. Because if we're not, then there's no help. There's no help. We do a lot. There's other rescues in other counties, but we have a lot of people come to us because
At far as that question is not known, it estimates that between $150,000 to $180,000 running. This year alone, Fraser said Delbert Norton has put on his donors looking to have contributions. One up to $10,000 and another up to $13,000. I said, look to jumpstart donations and source open. He said that any foundation interested in donating it would be wonderful. If you'd like to donate, you can find all those details over on our website at community.com. But for now, reporting live this morning in Denver, I'm Alexis Gobea.
Bill 2010. Her proposed bill with new facility requirements for compliance. It would allow research to perform for temporary clinics without having to meet current facility standards.
We want to make sure that we're preventing overpopulation and that the only county is paying for their services.
So yes, it's a proposal. is irrespective of law. A spokesperson for the British Columbia tells us that mass clinics mobilize funds. Animal Sterilization Hospital, a temporary public bench was designed to provide spaces that can protect its underserved or remote communities. Highs above the street today. It looks like 66 at San Francisco, close there. LA looks pretty good. Sunny and 70 here in Fresno. Plenty of sunshine in TV. Today. And across the North Valley, Houston, it out up for 77. Well, up to 88. Fire Rock, good more here at 88. More 88 for Sherman and Venera there. Both for getting to 81 right there. They're reflection of that 79 here, the lake at 69. Over in Yosemite Valley, we got in 85. 88 from Clovis and Reedley, good more here at 80. Same for those and Woodland. Selma, 66. Kingsburg, 89. And then South Valley, Columbia. They can add on 67 for you. 89 to the answer to Portland. Tulare, good more here at 80. Similarly at 89. Portland. So, what if I just be on it? These are applications. Really, the judge agreed with legislation served as a practice and approved by Congress. When the state legislature filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration back in December. The president implemented the $100,000 the presidential last September. The recent resulted in what he called inflation. Prior to change, $5.
I'm actually trying to feel against it with like a plaintiff.
Better Life Center for implanted
elderly people. There's also obviously physical abuse and abuse. The saddest part about it is that, it's the time of people's life when they should be the most secure. It's the time of their life that they should not have to worry about those things. And when people come in and they try to violate that, steal from them, it's such an egregious time. People don't have the same feeling about morality anymore that they used to, back in the 50s and 60s. And they don't value hard work. So there are so many people out there who have this mentality that, well, if people are dumb enough to be victimized, why shouldn't they? So I think that what we try to do is we try just to educate the elderly community. And so by education, we try to empower.
Hey fans, Tom Stone here. Make sure to watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 this summer on Fox. Alright, time for the air quality and hours here at 7:21. And none of those things with the air quality here, we're staying with good air quality for instead of Madera County, Fresno County, Tulare County, and Sequoia National Park, also moderate there. There's at the hours here, for now, pollen levels are moderate, lows and lows, up to the average on the high range today. Other top hours here, we have pollen, and juniper going out this way. And with the outlook, Temperatures for Atlas are staying in the moderate to high range today. Polar pressure migrates for this day low in the range over resulting. In just a little bit, we're going to take a look at your regional day planners here. We'll see how things are shaping up at the north and central southern regions.
The runoff is now set to the Los Angeles mayor's race, telling city council member Nikhil Raman a Democrat. Beat out reality TV personality Spencer Kent. Raman is now advancing to the November general election to face incumbent Karen Bass. A Pratt has been in second place behind Bass on election night, but lost ground to Raman as the vote count progressed. The Democrats heavily outnumber Republicans in Los Angeles. Raman has positioned herself as a progressive outsider. A California election is worth noting often takes several days before becoming final, as because properly postmarked mail-in ballots have until today to be counted. Meantime, the U.S. Department of Justice says it wants to audit California's vote rolls, but says the state won't cooperate. According to First Assistant U.S. Attorney Phyllis Saley, the feds are concerned about whether California is removing deceased voters, those who have moved, or those who have committed felonies that disqualify them from voting. He says the DOJ has been trying for over a year to confirm the eligibility of those registered to vote. The case is now before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. This comes as election concerns surge across the country. According to a Fox News report, a New Jersey Republican Party and Republican National Committee found multiple instances of non-citizens on the voter rolls in New Jersey. The report said in many cases, non-citizens seeking naturalization asked to be removed from the rolls since they never registered to vote in the first place. Many have been registered as Democrats. Overall, the Trump administration has sued 30 states and the District of Columbia looking to force them to turn over voter rolls. Utah is one of those states. It conducted a year-long voter roll audit which found very few non-citizens on the voter rolls and identified those, or removed rather those identified. In Maryland, a ballot printing vendor sent some voters mail-in ballots for the non-political party. The state didn't replace the ballots with thousands of voters. A live look now at the White House. President Trump's plan to host the UFC event Sunday on the White House South Lawn is now facing another legal challenge. As we've been reporting, two Virginia residents filed a federal lawsuit seeking to block the UFC Freedom 250. National correspondent Jill Gaston reports from Washington.
President Trump's highly anticipated and highly controversial UFC fight at the White House to celebrate America's 250th birthday.
We are going to pull off the boldest idea of sports.
Is less than a week away.
It's going to be
But now, a federal lawsuit is trying to stop the event before the first punch is thrown. Over the weekend, two Virginia residents sued the National Park Service and the Department of the Interior, seeking an emergency injunction to block the fight. The lawsuit calls the event deeply corrupt, citing President Trump's long-standing friendship with UFC CEO Dana White, who plaintiffs argue could benefit from unfettered access to the White House. The suit also claims Trump could personally benefit from the event's commercial success, alleging he purchased about $50,000 worth of stock this spring in TKO, UFC's parent company. The plaintiffs also argue organizers failed to complete required environmental reviews and improperly used a special federal exemption meant for America's 250th anniversary.
I think the other thing DOJ would say is, hey, look, you can't challenge this event. Citizens can't challenge it. It would be the Department of Interior who would have standing, or perhaps the Park Service or Congress.
The White House responded Sunday in an emailed statement to multiple media outlets, calling the lawsuit obstructionist and without merit, adding this event is no different than other events hosted by the White House. Meanwhile, preparations are continuing on the White House lawn.
I think it's uphill for a judge to step in with just a few days to go. And if some judge did do that, I think it would quickly be appealed. I think the event's going to go forward on Sunday.
As for claims of financial gain, TKO President Mark Shapiro told investors in February the company does not expect to profit from the event, which is estimated to cost about $60 million to produce. In Washington, I'm Sarah Gaskins.
Lawmakers now ramping up security against the construction of new data centers. Web analysis is revealing about the location of some of the centers and what the amount of water they use could put communities at risk. And time On the 726 as we go to break, here's a live look at traffic in the North Valley this morning. It's looking good on the long highway in Chowchilla. And no incidents rather to report on the 152 or Merced and Madera. So please try to be safe.
If you've been injured in an accident, call Promptly Happen. If the attorney you choose matters, from the expertise of their teams, their personal attention to hit your case. It all affects their ability to get you the justice you deserve and the compensation you may or may not receive. Not all lawyers are the same. The right one changes everything. It's seriously work to prevent asthma attacks. So girls days are better. Game days are better. Even Mondays are better. Cincinnati, specific types of moderate and severe asthma. It's not for set breathing problems. Some adults felt their asthma symptoms improve in stability. AIDS. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Kids look right away for face, mouth, tongue or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor if you're worsening skin symptoms, when aches and pain, or parasitic infection. Don't change your style of treatment without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as now for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
After your car accident, stop. Think. Don't say anything and don't sign anything until you talk to us first.
I called the Law Brothers and they got me $2.5 million.
Get ready to go wild. Golden California's largest water park. Flash is unlimited summer fun with a season pass. Ride all your favorite rides over and over again, including our all-new Long River Adventure. At wildwater.net.
All right, coming up at 7:29, getting the day planned out here for you. Let's go up to Chowchilla. Good morning, Chowchilla. We got you at 73 degrees at 10 a.m. At noon, you're at 79 at 5. You're at 87. Sunny there. A little windy out there, 10 to 15 miles an hour. That's Chowchilla. Have a great day. Over in Paulier, good morning to you. Paulier, 10 a.m., 72, noon, 78, 587. Plenty of sunshine there. We'll see you about 10 to 15 miles an hour this afternoon at Paulier. Have a great day. And early mark, good morning to you, Larry County. 10 a.m., 73, noon, 79, 588. Sunny there, windy later in the afternoon there. 5 to 10 mile an hour wind blowing, 10 to 15 mile an hour wind blowing for you in the early mark. The end of your day. Have a great day in Larry County. Up next, we'll take a look at the weekend getaway forecast. And after this one, well, we're really looking at the pool. It's going to be here in the San Joaquin Valley, and we'll about let the spot right into the weather for you. Now take a live look at the big board this morning with the Dow Jones Industrial Average positive in the start of the opening bell and staying in the green as it has been since the opening bell rang an hour ago of 72 points at 51,071, just inching over that 51,000 mark. China is helping to cushion global oil prices for now. It's easing up on crude imports, which is keeping prices below $100 per barrel, but analysts warn that it won't last forever. Global oil supplies have tumbled about 14% before the start earlier this year. Prices have not shot up because of Beijing cut imports. According to JP Morgan, that represents about 74% of the decline in imports, helping keep the balance. Meanwhile, the U.S. aims to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. A lot of oil is coming into our country. A lot of oil is coming into the world that people don't even know about. And that's why the $97 a barrel instead of $300 a barrel. And when that oil is straight out, it's going to take about 1 or 2 years before we get done. And when it's all straight out, you're going to have one price to stop making. Constant strategic inventory review. Increase oil production output from areas outside the Persian Gulf and provinces from the U.S. that have been site have also helped. Oil supplies are rapidly depleting, And happening today, a federal hearing may bring some more clarity on the tariff refund process. A U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency official is set to testify about plans to refund billions of dollars in tariffs. This comes after the Supreme Court ruled that some tariffs on goods from other countries were illegally imposed. The Board of International Trade Judge Sector 5 was to order the government to hurry up and expand its system for issuing no refund. The Justice Department argues that only companies involved in disputes challenging the tariffs can legally ask for refunds. Now, CBP estimates it collected about $166 billion in tariffs before the Supreme Court struck them down. As of June 1st, it says claims for more than $89 billion are being processed. As of last month, the HCS told the Treasury to issue more than $20 billion in refunds. A new survey from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York finds that Americans are growing more pessimistic about their personal finances. Of those polled, roughly 44% say they are in a worse financial situation now than a year ago, marking the highest reading since January of 2023. At the same time, the outlook for the coming year isn't looking any better. Those expecting the situation to be either much or somewhat worse total 36%. Those who see things improving stop short of 23%. The next peak in inflation levels will come out tomorrow when the Bureau of Labor Statistics releases the Consumer Price Index for May. A new report reveals about 2/3 of new data centers under construction are being built in drought-prone areas. According to a Guardian analysis, it shows that 517 of 809 of those projects are in parts of Texas, Utah, Arizona, Georgia, and Virginia, all of which, by the way, have experienced drought conditions in the past year. Large centers, they use up to 5 million gallons of water just each day alone, or about the amount used by up to 50,000 people. These projects are also receiving robust pushback from bipartisan pushback as well.
The new Catholic governor has rolled out the red carpet in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott, for these data centers that are coming into communities hundreds of yards away from neighborhoods. People are not happy. I'm the only candidate running for governor that wants a moratorium on data centers. It's our Republican-led state legislature that is going to settle the cost of data centers, their energy, their water, their infrastructure on ratepayers.
The analysis shows the amount of water use is growing as the industry expands, but reporters argue that more consultation is required to reduce prices. Excitement is at an all-time high with the opening match for the FIFA World Cup just a few days away now. Look at how Mexico is working to ensure visiting fans stay safe while enjoying all the fun and festivities the tournament has to offer. Time now, 7:54.
The Workforce Spotlight, sponsored by Workforce Connection.
Hello, I'm Blake Thompson, Executive Director of the Fresno Regional Workforce Development Board. When we talk about economic growth, it doesn't just happen. It's built by people. Workforce development is the engine that drives that growth. By training workers in the skills local employers need, we help businesses grow, raise family income, strengthen our community. Every job growth, greater productivity, every new skill learned keeps our economy competitive in a changing world. At the Workforce Development Board, our mission is to connect talent with opportunity, whether it's preparing young people for their first careers, training experienced workers, or helping businesses find qualified employees. Workforce development is the key to lasting prosperity. Because when people succeed, our whole community thrives. This is Blake Thompson reminding you that investment in people is investment in growth.
The Workforce Spotlight, sponsored by Workforce Connection.
For no matter what crosses your path, Recovery Confidence AAA Services.
Afraid that you're losing your teeth? Did you know that you can eliminate dentures and get a brand new beautiful smile in a single visit? Better Life Dentistry is proud to announce our new smile program, Rise in 2025. We provide beautiful implant-supported smiles like sleep and comfort. Our in-house laboratory can completely transform your smile and give you the confidence. Call us today or scan this code to learn more about this exciting new program that will change your life.
This 4th of July, save more and more furniture. Bring home comfort for as little as $32 a month. Pick your feet up with a diamond climbing sofa for $5.99. Plus, enjoy 60 months special pricing. Shop more furniture support with Life.
We welcome every new life with care, hope, and joy, because every beginning deserves celebration.
We monitor every heartbeat because life can change in an instant.
And because of CNN, I'm alive.
The treasure isn't buried in New Jersey or Resort Casino.
For no matter what crosses your path, it covers confidence with AAA insurance.
Local coverage, weather, investigations, and breaking news. Stay connected and informed daily. Go to kmph.com today. The Getaway Forecast is sponsored by Epic RV.
Our time now is 7:37. As you can see here, very foggy morning up there in the San Francisco Bay Area, especially boys there. You barely even see the waves lapping up on the water there. So, very foggy, very overcast in some other places there. Really start to the morning there in the San Francisco Bay Area. And it's going to be much cooler there than it will be here. San Francisco, about 30 degrees cooler. Yes, 30. Do the math. That's how hot it's going to be here in Fresno. It's 74 though this Friday in San Francisco. That's sunny though. And Saturday mostly sunny at 73. Sunday sunny at 72. 56 there, or excuse me, 50 is the overnight lows. It's going to be really nice up there. Nice and cooler up there. So head that way. Stop safe and have a great time. Up next, we'll get a look at the evening planner. We got some other things going on with the community calendar. So we'll look at that.
Well, just 2 days away from the 2026 World Cup, Mexico prepping for the FIFA World Cup as one of the host cities. But as CNN de Leon reports, security concerns and unrest still have a lot of people concerned. It's a celebration of Guadalajara, one of Mexico's three host cities for the 2026 World Cup. But as the city gears up for the tournament, one question still lingers. Is it safe for visitors? From business perspective, preparations are well underway.
We built a board of technical experts that these technical experts are working on mobility, security, infrastructure, public policy.
Guadalajara in Jalisco State is looking to turn the page. Violence earlier this year following the operation targeting Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, better known as the Mencho, one of the world's most wanted criminals this year. Former Mexican Nation team star Claudio Franco of the Guadalajara local said the city is ready to welcome those visitors. He feels a little for this.
Jalisco is safe. We all saw those incidents of insecurity, which are not a good thing. But today, the city is ready to host the World Cup.
Standing here inside the actual stadium, you can get a real sense of the city. It has the capacity for nearly 50,000 people, and it will be one of Mexico's biggest stages for the World Cup. It will host one of the 13 World Cup matches played in Mexico.
And the impact is already being felt. Guadalajara expects up to 3 million visitors during the tournament. Hotel prices are soaring.
For 2 nights, it's almost $1,700. On a normal day, it would be around $225 per person.
Local businesses are betting on a major economic windfall.
There's always been a great atmosphere at the World Cup.
For visitors already here,
They say their experience
contrasts with the security concerns surrounding the city.
feels very safe. I like feeling safe as a single woman. And the people are very welcoming and kind. I love it.
The countdown to the World Cup continues, but I have been working to show the world that beyond the headlines, it's ready for football's biggest stage. Maria Leon, Guadalajara. A pre-season, the Mexico City Legion has become a de facto mascot for the World Cup in the country. Images of the axolotls, or axolotls, are splashed across murals and subway cars or sculpted mid-river with a soccer ball. Mexico is hosting 5 World Cup matches, including the competition opener on Thursday. But the youth destination has drawn backlash from a lot of people. They say that the trails with critically endangered animals, only found in freshwater canals or wetlands south of Mexico City, is being used to distract from infrastructure problems of the capital and its lack of conservation efforts. Scientists trying to count axolotls in the wild say they have not seen a single one in 2 years.
I know it's national folklore, and it's I think around like imagery around the city, the current features. Yeah.
You like
Oh, actually, I think so. Yeah, because even like when I landed in the airport, I think I saw one. There's like a mural there, so I think it's nice.
Even as their habitat disappears, axolotls are likely bred in captivity. Scientists believe they unique species and ability to regenerate parts of their body and even their brains offer promising lead in cancer research of their species. The World Cup is, by the way, a dream come true for so many athletes, and Brazil's Max Arsen is living that dream right now as a member of the U.S. men's national team. There were fans yesterday at the practice cheering on the team. On 26 spoke with Arsen recently about his dream to get the opportunity to play in the World Cup. He has made a decision to let young soccer players in the Valley know they too can achieve that dream. And he always talks about how proud he is of his hometown, Fresno. His hometown certainly proud of him. The big stage all looks here for Arsen and the rest of the world's greatest soccer athletes. Countdown in contact and so tight.
Yeah, we're all going to be busy doing that, and that should be on your community calendar, and there's some other things out here for you as well. There's a Flamin' Hot Food Festival going on tonight out at River Park. They're doing Flamin' Hot Cheetos and Flamin' Hot anything. I mean, for a spicy night at River Park there, 5 to 9 for that. Gilmore Girls Bingo going on tonight. You think you know enough about it, head of 10 Tavern at Golden at 6 o'clock there, and John Barbella, Paul Martian, some legendary climbers in the rock climbing community there. They'll be talking about their adventures there at Golden at 7 o'clock tonight. And whatever you got going on, check out the forecast. We're going to be in the 80s here today. It's going to be a nice evening out there for you, so enjoy it while you're here. Clear skies, going on at 15 miles an hour. 87 at 5, 80 there, 6, 7, 8 o'clock there, 81 at 9, and then 70 going in at 10 o'clock tonight with the 79. Whatever you got going on tonight, enjoy. Up next, 10-day forecast, and it's going to get pretty hot around here. You'll see.
And get ready for the World Cup is coming up here, Fox 26, and it all kicks off this Thursday. Mexico taking on South Africa. From the opening match to the final whistle, Fox 26 is your home for all the action. The biggest stars, the biggest moments, and the biggest stage in sports. Don't miss a second as the World Cup starts on Fox 26 this Thursday.
Soccer 101, sponsored by Jiffy Lube.
Today we're focusing on soccer foul. A foul is when a player breaks a rule that impacts the opponent in an unfair manner. Done through physical contact or a dangerous form of play. At the professional level, there are 4 referees on the field to help enforce the rules of the game, with the center referee being the primary decision maker for fouls.
Where summer road round starts at Jiffy Lube.
My dad showcased a sense of love that I never had. It felt like it was something I always wanted. I mean, he's not looking for I think that's my best.
Learn about adopting a team and adopting kids
When it comes to winning experience, no one else can say they are the Curtis Legal Group. For over 70 years, we've been known in the Central Valley for winning. We are the Curtis Legal Group. We are your car rent heavy hitters.
Around here, we see a lot of people that are some are heading somewhere familiar. Some are just beginning. And some are figuring it out as they go.
or any of it. You just make sure they're ready. Before you hit the road, get a free trip safety check at Les Schwab Tires. It's free. Our greatest story is yours.
If we can't pass this, we won't sell. That vision of Nurse Keep Supplies Women Design is really that much priority.
Breaking the Chains exists to serve those impacted by human trafficking throughout the Central San Juan County. Producer's Dairy has not only helped us establish extraordinary food services that continue to be in model across California and throughout the world. They see beyond people and they see community. It's about making a difference in the community that they live in, work, and operate in every single day.
I was riding my bicycle and I was hit by a car. That's my contact to Jacoby Myers.
Insurance companies, they care about their bottom line.
Financially, the outcome was better than I expected.
Jacoby and Myers, because you deserve justice.
Amazing America 250 celebrates the stories that unite us and the future we're building together. Amazing America 250 on Fox 26 News.
A seaplane with engine trouble made an emergency landing on Arizona roadway last month, and it was all on camera. Take a look at this. Video shows the plane flying low over traffic lights and utility lights that approach the ground. Few cars on the road at the time, helping with the smooth landing. A Phoenix Fire Department spokesman called it a miracle. All 3 people on board, by the way, they got out safely without any injuries.
The 10-day forecast is sponsored by Chuck Chansey Gold Resort Casino.
Remember at 7:48, here is 10-day forecast here. Enjoy this 88 today. Well, that's plenty of sunshine, but that's the normal temperature. A little windy out there, but enjoy it because we can get close and warm it up tomorrow at 97 degrees, and then some triple digits here really the rest of the way. We have 103 Thursday. How about some 105 Friday and Saturday? 2 degrees shy of the record Sunday. Triple digits all the way through next Wednesday there. So brace yourself. Summer here early too. 60s for your overnight. Today with all the latest weather information with the Fox 26 forecast app in the App Store and on Google Play. Oh, the Spurs are looking to catch up to the Knicks in their quest to become the new NBA champions. The finals moved to Madison Square Garden in New York last night, where the Knicks were trying to keep the commanding 3-0 lead over the Spurs. Stuff, it started early, starting with San Antonio's Victor Wembanyama grabbing Jalen Brunson by the back of the neck and pushing him to the floor. He was getting tested pretty quick there. Officials let things get physical from game 1. A few minutes later, after Wemby's shove, San Antonio's Luke Cornett pulled over Josh Hart, which led to a scuffle running over him, and then the fight started to ensue. And the scrimmage was like that over the past 3 games, with the rough stuff favoring the Spurs with a win of 115-111. Knicks now lead the series 2-1. Now, here's how both fan bases looked after the Final Four was blown. Spurs fans in San Antonio erupted in applause after their team took Game 3, with Knicks fans to the opposite of this. I'm show those Spurs fans waved the flags, and the Knicks fans in silence as the game finished. But it wasn't the only thing that dealt with in New York. Parts of the city was surrounded on all sides by tight security before and after tip-off, due in large part to the attendance of President Trump. It was the Knicks' first home game in the finals, a momentous homecoming as the finals returned to Madison Square Garden for the first time since 1999, 2000. The tight security measures left some fans frustrated amid the excitement. A watch party that was planned for outside of the Garden, it got scrubbed following a last-minute viewing party Friday. At the start of the game, President Trump took his place at a box inside of the arena, but when he appeared on the Jumbotron during the national anthem, loud boos could be heard throughout the Garden. Knicks and Spurs, by the way, they face off in New York again the following night. Well, it's not Brad Summer, pop singer Charlie XCX is looking to take on a new season. He's announced a tour U.S. tour in the fall to fund their upcoming 7th album, music, fashion, film. The 11 dates hit mostly some coastal cities, but another stop goes to Toronto. They will also perform a handful of festivals too, like Lollapalooza in Chicago and Austin City Limits. The official tour starts September 11th in Philadelphia and goes through late October, with tickets going on sale Friday. Scooby-Doo is getting his own live-action series, and Netflix is giving fans a first look at Scooby-Doo Origins. The streaming service released a picture of this real puppy that will portray the crime-solving dog, And the teaser online, Scooby-Doo is seen running through the woods through a summer camp when he meets Shaggy for the first time. The live-action show will also feature his iconic friends Fred, Daphne, and Velma. Choose, by the way, Fred's filming and scheduled premiere next year. Graduation season is here, and students across the valley are continuing their celebrations this week. Friends of Unified has several ceremonies scheduled today. Graduates at Barber High will celebrate their hard work this afternoon at 1 at the State Arts Center, and then at 4, Bullard High School will have their moment spotlight. At 8, Fresno High graduates will take the stage. The district will also be live streaming ceremonies from the State Arts Center with that link being found on the district's Facebook page. McLean High seniors will take today a bit more special by celebrating on their home turf. And the ceremony starts at 7:30 at McLean Stadium on Clinton. Over in Central Unified, Central East seniors will walk the stage at Aaron Collegiate Stadium at 8 this evening. Once again, congratulations to the class of Box 26. So by the way, we want to be able to celebrate with you too. Send us your favorite graduation photos, whether it's your graduate in a family gown, a proud family moment, or a celebration after the ceremony. We'll be sharing some of these photos right here on air as local students mark this big milestone. Head over to KNJ.com/comment to get started. And once again, congratulations to the class of 22. People find love.
My first is on the line.
And people find heartbreak.
No one wants to be told that
I did tell 2 women that I am all for that.
United on Fox 26. Get the Fox 26 News app now. Instant alerts, the second news breaks. Watch Fox 26 News anywhere. Download the Fox 26 News app now.
It's time to explore California. This summer, ride in style in a new Toyota. With industry-leading MPG, every road is the right road. Right now, lease a 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid for just $239 a month, or lease a Hybrid 51 MPG Camry for just $279 a month. Get going on your next adventure in a new Toyota. Choose 21 hybrid and electrified models. Toyota, let's go places. Every business needs to be the state of Benjamin and California safety regulations. HR Local Services is your local human resources partner, providing HR support, safety and health compliance, policies and procedures, and workers' compensation management. HR Local Services, helping to keep your business compliant.
Take your space back with Carroll's Metal Storage and get up to 6 months free with 70 locations. Right now at Carroll's.com.
Fred's Furniture Gallery continues to make people over continues to give dining, bedroom and kid furniture, and mattresses at incredible savings. And Fred features a banana picture for bad credit, no credit. Fred's Furniture Gallery with 1 Fresno location on Blackstone 2 blocks south of Show.
Hi, I'm Fred. Come get this Fresno on Blackstone, 2 blocks south of Shaw.
Well, the coast is clear. The 3 recovered sea will release back into the ocean in Los Angeles. So, Marshmallow, these are your favorite names here. Marshmallow, Cascatelli, and Oray PHA arrived at the Marine Mammal Care Center.
I'm just trying to figure out why the marshmallow went into the marshmallow. A person fully sick has been separated from his mother. I've spent a couple of months receiving nutritional care, treatment, and rehabilitation in San Pedro. The staff took the animals to Dock Weiler Beach, where we saw their embrace into the water after the kids were open.
Thanks to climate change and global warming, we know our oceans are warmer, and we need algae that's warming. And I'm so glad we're trying to do that. And so we've got to do our part to make sure that they are healthy and that they continue to be a part of an overall healthy ocean ecosystem.
By the way, officials with NMCC are using this moment to remind the public to stay away from marine mammals that appear to be in distress. All local wildlife services, if necessary, give them a call. Please keep away from the mammals.
Is one of them just a lot more affectionate than the other? So I probably call them marshmallows.
Are you still?
I'm still, yes, I am still on this. Why do two of them have costumes and one's marshmallows?
You know, like I said before, it's like I had a really good dinner prior and saw the names and like, you know what? Let's name them the same names that only a handful of people can.
And marshmallows.
Why couldn't this be like Bob or something?
Billy.
We can go on and on, but I know we gotta go to traffic. So, 7:56 by the way, we're heading out, and we headed right here at 5 look at traffic and trends this morning. Rush hour picking up. We've got the usual slowdown heading downtown there at Highway 9 in Clinton. Also, we should slow down on Highway 41 heading north into McKinley. Otherwise, no incidents to report as everything is at slowdowns mentioned. Please drive carefully.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Tabletop Casino Resort. Mary was the client driver. She's trying to reach her lawyer.
She needs answers, not their voicemail. It's still only working a win. We're always ready for your call.
Alex was injured by both people.
Oh, this one will barely spend time in your case. Our team will put in hours in research.
And Fred called the first lawyer he found online.
You see this a lot. That firm did it for themselves. They sell roulette. It looks like every penny you deserve.
Pondley Hockey. Where people come first, results follow.
Headed into work, cruising without a care, and boom, I was hit out of nowhere.
Boom, hit a spot, I was searching back car crashes.
Search a car accident, you know what to do. Call 800-222-2222. Not that awful. Search is actually great.
They got me over $900,000 for my case.
Go, baby, call it. We're the Law Brothers.
Call 1-800-222-2222.
My biggest contribution to the Griffin family dealerships is when you approach me, you will learn a bunch of surprise and delight. Seems off-putting, and if it's a family and they're rushing for, you need to check down.
Check down.
Or group back. We're here to serve the customer. That's the Grippetti way. This playbook is my life. And this.
Walk into an office and talk to a person. You don't have to pick up the phone and talk to them on a video voice. You can actually just walk in, have your questions, and face-to-face. Stop by any of our offices to find out what the Personal Express local advantage means to you.
Supporting the neighbors and supporting the people that live in your area.
I think we should say that. That's it.
With offices in Fresno, Clovis, and Visalia.
Fort Anchor, Ralph Wood, and Kate Camarena, only on Fox 26 News at 10. You're watching Fox 26, and now, Great Day.
Good morning to you. I'm William Brothers.
I'm Paul Cook, and I'm John Wood. Thank you for starting your day with us. And one more day of nice weather, and then the fun begins.
I will say that I do look forward to that breezy,
Yeah, that'll be nice. I'm not going to be much of anything. But today, it's going to be hot. We'll talk about the evening when it gets here. Can't sugar something. Yeah, nope. Maybe I'll have to play it. So, be prepared. Yeah, and then it'll last for a couple of months. So, that's what we do here in Round Valley.
Go inside on the
Sit around and sweat all day. Summer.
And then you can play too cold in the studio, so don't take it.
Yeah. It's dark outside right now. Let's get the day of fun and here and see what's going on. Currently, it's pretty nice. Wind speed's pretty good, 10 miles an hour, that feels nice. With a 66 too, so yeah, get out there and enjoy that. And you got plenty of sunshine to start today too. That 2.54 on the way. Alright, here's the rest of your day. Normal out there, temperature-wise, 73 to 10, 79 to 75. And the wind speed's going pretty good out there, 10 to 15 miles an hour throughout the day. Coming up next, after this, it's the heat, and it is on. probably not going to shut off for a while. So we'll get the details.
Take a live look now at PG Dallas map, which shows nearly 100 businesses southwest of Sanger are without power right now, from southwest of Sanger, northeast of Delray. According to the power company's website, this outage started around 2:30 this morning. Right now, power is estimated to be restored by 10:30 this morning. Again, this is in the area of Bethel and Central Avenue. The Fresno Police Department looking into a crash that killed a woman in East Central Fresno last night. This happened at the intersection of Maple and Garland around 9:30. Officers say they arrived to find a downed motorcycle along with a rider and a woman in the street. Police say the woman had been struck and killed by the motorcycle. We're told the motorcyclist has minor injuries and was taken to a hospital for treatment. Police are now working to determine whether drugs or alcohol were factors in this crash. Any information is first to call Fresno Police. And a man is dead after veering off Highway 99 and crashing into a tree in Madera County. This crash happened late Sunday night. The California Highway Patrol says a 32-year-old man was driving a black Mitsubishi Lancer southbound, but the car veered off the roadway onto the west shoulder up the embankment. This is near Madera Avenue. Officers say the car rolled from the driver's side with the tree. The driver of the Mitsubishi died at the scene, and officers say that alcohol does appear to be a factor in this crash. And a man is now facing a murder charge accused of stabbing his 79-year-old father to death. This happened around midnight Saturday at a home near Shaw and Grantland Avenue. When deputies arrived, they arrested 21-year-old Freeman Hunter III. Deputies and firefighters found the injured man, victim in this case, on CPR and then died at the scene. And that man has been identified as 79-year-old Freeman Hunter Jr., the father of the 21-year-old. The motive for the stabbing is still under investigation.
All right, let's start things off with your wind speeds right now. It's starting to pick up a little bit. We have Merced at 12 miles an hour, same for Lemoore, 10 miles an hour in Fresno. Everybody else below that, but we're picking up as the day goes on. And this is all happening with just the low pressure trying to get out of the area, and it's going to, get in the tail end of it here, loosen things up for us here. That onshore flow is going to take us up to, again, 10 to 15 miles an hour for the most part today. Once that's done, high pressure takes over. We start picking up there tomorrow. In fact, we'll pick up by about 8 to 10 degrees towards across the valley after the bridge fills, but then it strengthens even more so, and will get us into the triple digits by the end of the week. But in the meantime, we still got to see these winds out of here. They're going to peak for us today. In the next 24 hours here, and it's gust level 2. Merced's going to get 25 miles an hour. Savannah, Madera, Fresno, Lemoore, all the 20-mile-an-hour winds there. Peak level winds there. 15-mile-an-hour winds expected in the South Valley and up in Mariposa. And it's 5 to 10 mile-an-hour winds going on over here in that part. Temperature-wise today, we are going 88. Again, sunny and windy out there. Winds might continue tomorrow and Friday, possibly getting up to 15 miles an hour at times. We're going to get up to about 97 tomorrow. And we're going to have a 103 on tap for us on Thursday. And then getting even hotter as we get into the weekend. We got 60 going through overnight lows. So, look, enjoy that 88 while we get here. All right, next, we'll take a look at the highs and lows for today across the rest of the day.
June is Pride for the LGBTQ plus community. Now, Fresno County Supervisor is proposing a new celebration for June for this year's nuclear family month. And Supervisor Gary Redefeld says the entire month will be about recognizing what he calls traditional values and the importance of two-parent households with one mom and one dad. He insists this is not a way to oppose Pride Month.
It doesn't go against that. It stands for something. It doesn't stand against anything. It stands for traditional values. It stands for the things that this country was founded on, our Judeo-Christian beliefs.
Meantime, Senator Brown is an advocate for the LGBTQ plus community. He says while he agrees that all families should be celebrated, success isn't limited to just one model. In this case, says his father is raised by a single mother.
It seems to me that, people in our shelters that are in Fresno County may want to know that the government is kind of, saying that, those families aren't as important as those with one husband, one wife. And I think that's really important, in addition to all the LGBTQ families who are raising happy, healthy, thriving families in the county.
Other states have already adopted this resolution, like Texas and Tennessee, which is where Spreadco says that he's already been great and been included in Fletcher's numbers. That resolution will go before supervisors next Tuesday, and he is confident it will. President Trump working to save the ceasefire. Hamas for al-Nashar with what Iran and Israel say would make them strike the other again.
Everyone starts somewhere. Start here. Workforce Connection. Young Adult Services is here to help you get started on building your future. Looking for your first job? Not sure where to even begin? You're not alone. We've got you. Get paid work experience, career support, real-world job skills, and a plan that fits you. With offices in Fresno, Mendota, and Parlier, we're ready when you are. Call 1-877-954-4473 or visit workforceconnection.com to get started today.
You son of a blast. Got a cash upgrade. $52 bonanza every Thursday. For 5 people,
As you put me in mind, our big pieces are no accident. 15 years of experience, it is. 17.5 million for a truck accident, 11 million for a motorcycle accident, 19 million for a car accident. The most experienced law firm in California. Over $2 billion for law enforcement. Fake case results, accident. Officer reports. The Adobe Line, 1-800-5. Just use the service.
We welcome every new life with care, hope, and joy, because every beginning deserves celebration. We monitor every heartbeat because life can change in an instant.
And because of St. Agnes, I'm alive today. If you know this statement, you know the facts. The exit of medication is safe. Visit MyRockFood.com. Ask your dermatologist about the symptoms and treatment.
It's time now for a great day to the rescue. So animal advocate Dana Q joining us now from Fresno Humane Animal Services via Zoom. Dana, good morning. Oh, there we are. How you doing this morning? Who do we have this morning?
This is Candy. She's about 6 years old. Candy.
Candy. Oh, no.
Candy is a shepherd mix.
Oh, it's okay. Shepherd mix. How old is Candy?
She's about 6 years old.
6 years old. Candy seems very relaxed, very chilled. Is that usually her personality?
Yes, she is very chill. She does have times of playfulness. This morning she's been playing with a squeaky toy that's going to play in the background. And when she attends our playgroup, she does intermittently try to play with other dogs.
Okay, so she's just good with other dogs. What about cats? Do you guys know if she's just around felines as well?
We don't know. We don't know other dogs, but I typically look for dogs for trying as well as dogs that are smaller than her.
All right, sounds good. And it looks like a variety of toys. It looks like Candy's not really picky if you were to get her a toy, right?
Not at all, nope.
All right, there you go. You can buy whatever toy you want. Maybe a welcome back to take Candy home today. She's not going to be very picky. So for anyone who wants to adopt Candy right now, because I know this relaxed attitude is ruining someone right now. How much does it cost to adopt Candy? What are the prices include?
Her adoption fee is $125, and that includes her. She's already spayed, so we might use it. She's put on her definitive part of boarding pellet and rabies vaccine, and her intake received a runner as well as police representative.
All right,
and that's what it includes.
Sounds good. And how can someone contact you guys to adopt Candy today and take her home and spoil her with some treats and some toys?
They can call us at 559-600-7387. They can also come into our shelter. Our
near Belmont and 99 area.
Sounds good, Gina and Kenny. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And remember, contact the Fresno Humane Animal Services today to adopt Candy, and maybe you can be the one giving her treats for getting her to be full. Our time is 8:11. Highs and lows today. Yeah, having a 67 up in San Francisco. Pretty nice there. Nice cool. 77 in LA. Looking really good there. In Fresno, we're going to be at 88 today. A little sunny out here, but very windy later on today, too. And across the valley here. Check it out. Merced, good morning. You're at 87 today. Los Banos, Fireball, 88. San Francisco and Madera. Mariposa, good morning. You're at 79 today. Oakhurst into Shaver Lake at 68. All right, over to Yoga Valley. Good morning to you. You're at 85 today. Clovis at 88. Sanger, Reedley, 89. Rosie, good morning, 89. Same for Woodlake there. Selma got you at 88. Kingsburg at 89. And how about Columbia? You're at 89 today. 88 National, 89 for Hanford and Forthwick. Vidalia, good morning, 89 for you. And for Tulare and Woodville, right now at 87 degrees. And the night lows will be in the upper 50s into the mid 60s across the valley. And just a little while here, we can look at the weekend getaway forecast here. It's going to be hot here in the valley this coming weekend, so we're going to get you away to someplace nice and cool. Take you there. Happening now, Fresno County crews are making progress on road improvement west of Riverdale. Anticipating 3 miles of Mount Whitney Avenue between Blythe and Garfield Avenue. This is a part of a larger county-wide road improvement plan, including 95 miles of pavement project. Expect delays and increased traffic when driving through the construction zone. Blue Station now set in the Los Angeles Rainbow race. Democratic City Council member Lydia Robbins defeated reality TV personality Spencer Pratt. She is now advancing to the November general election to face incumbent Karen Pass. Pratt had been in second place on election night, but lost the round to Rahman as the vote count progressed. Democrats heavily outnumber Republicans in LA, and Rahman is positioning herself as a progressive outsider. The state's elections often take a while to finalize, because properly postmarked mail-in ballots have until today to be counted. Meanwhile, the Department of Justice says that it wants to audit California's voter rolls, but says the state won't cooperate. According to First Assistant U.S. Attorney Bill Saley, the feds are concerned about whether California is removing deceased voters. Those who have moved, and those who have committed felonies that disqualify them from voting. The DOJ has been trying for over a year to confirm the eligibility of those registered votes, which is before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. This comes as election concerns surge across the nation. According to a Fox News report, the New Jersey Republican Party and Republican National Committee found multiple instances of non-citizens on the voter rolls in New Jersey. The report says in many cases, non-citizens seeking naturalization asked to be removed from the rolls. They never registered to vote in the first place. Many were registered as Democrats as well. Overall, the Trump administration has sued 30 states in Washington, D.C., looking to force them to turn over voter rolls. Utah is one of those states. It conducted a year-long voter roll audit, which found a few non-citizens on the voter rolls that removed them identified. In Maryland, a ballot printing vendor said the voters were ballots for the wrong political party. The state mailed replacement ballots to thousands of voters. A depositories across central San Joaquin Valley know all too well. Too many animals in need, not enough resources to care for them. Just 2 days ago, the Friends of Madera Animal Shelter put out a warning on social media that it will be added for them without community support. Just yesterday, staff say more than 19 puppies are dropped off right outside the facility. Now the shelter says it continues to force to close its doors as funding runs dangerously low.
We have lack of funding going on in donations, and we're down to a bare minimum. In fact, if we don't get donations quickly, our doors will be closed. Help keep us open, guys. Because if we're not, then there's no help. There's no help. We do a lot. There's other rescues in other counties, but we have a lot of people come to us because everywhere they call, they say they're full.
Fraser says the shelter typically receives a grant from PetSmart, and that funding did not come through this year. The estimated needs between $100,000 to $180,000 to stay up and running this year alone. Says right now there are 2 anonymous donors doing the max contribution, $10,000 and another $30,000. says if any foundation is interested in donating to help keep the doors open, it will be more than thankful. If you would like to donate, you'll find the details on our website at kmph.com. At the state level of this, Assemblywoman Esmeralda Soria is doing her part to help families over the Tonka Valley with Assembly Bill 2010. Her proposed bill removes the facility requirement for high-volume screening services in the state. It allows these services to be performed in registered or temporary settings like local screening clinics without having to meet current facility standards.
We want to make sure that we're preventing overpopulation, and that the only way that we can do that is to spay and neuter services.
Soria says the proposal is expected to be heard in the hearing next Monday. The bill is signed into law. A spokesperson for Assemblywoman Soria tells us that mass clinics will be mobilized across the state immediately. A mass clinic, by the way, is a mobile animal sterilization hospital. It's a temporary pop-up veterinary clinic designed to provide high-volume spay, neuter, and vaccines for pets in underserved or remote communities. And now it's time for Valley Crime Stoppers Daily Most Wanted. Law enforcement is trying to find Miguel Fuentes, one of her assault with a deadly weapon. You can call Crime Stoppers, and remember, you have to give your name and consider it a national border. Israel and Iran say they are halting strikes against one another for now. Sunday's breakdown in the ceasefire further jeopardizing diplomatic efforts to end the war, which just passed the 100-day mark. The correspondent Albert Ellershall reports.
The week beginning with a broken ceasefire between Iran and Israel instead of the peace deal President Trump hoped for. Monday morning, President Trump posted, both sides, Israel and Iran, are looking to do an immediate ceasefire. Final negotiations on peace are proceeding, subject to ignorance or stupidity getting in its way. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, whose country is mediating U.S.-Iran talks, says, especially with the final objective just about to be achieved, he sincerely urged all sides to exercise restraint and give peace a little more chance. First, Iran announced they're holding fire, then Israel.
This assumption of operations by the forces is here right now. However, it is emphasized that Turkey's Russian and hostile actions continue, including in southern Lebanon, much more severe and crushing measures than before will follow.
Iran and Hezbollah are weaker than ever, and we are stronger than ever. But our struggle with them is not over yet. If the terrorist regime makes the mistake and attacks us again, we will respond forcefully.
Iran-backed Houthis again also stepping into the fight, saying they launched a round of strikes on northern Israel and threatened to target ships affiliated with Israel in the Red Sea. Back here in Washington, President Trump continues to say a deal with Iran is close. Iranian leaders say there's been no progress. And the latest strikes against Israel also counter what President Trump often says about Iran's military capabilities.
In the 3 months that demolished the Navy, the Air Force, anti-aircraft, they have no radar, they have no nothing.
President Trump reluctant to resume full-scale U.S. military operations, but it's not off the table.
My red line would be if I think I wasn't going to make a deal, or if I wasn't going to make a deal fast.
In Washington, I'm Eldershall reporting.
Well, America is celebrating its 250th anniversary this summer. This edition of the News in America will show you how a family dairy farm is carrying on a nearly century-old tradition and how their commitment to the cattle helps feed the world. But first, we're heading into the Great Day Kitchen to get cooking with Chef Sean C. Gardner with Clear Dining. He's going to show us a fresh twist on those chicken next.
My biggest contribution to the Grupetti family of dealerships, the Grupetti playbook. When you approach people, you want to button up, surprise and delight. It seems off-putting, and if it's a family and they're rushing for them, check out.
Check down.
Grupetti. We're here to serve the customer. That's the Grupetti way. This playbook is my and this.
The year of billions rolls into its hottest season yet. More cash, better prizes, and even more chances at your share of $4 million. This is your summer winning spirit. Don't forget your Chelsea Gold Resort and Casino.
It's here, and the boardwalk is open
Hey fans, Tom Stone here. Make sure to watch the FIFA World Cup first Wednesday this summer on Fox.
Welcome to the Great Big Kitchen. Chef Dr. Rick Here's 98 here today.
Jeff, good morning. The gloves are finally on now. What do we got going for today?
So here we've got a whole roast chicken that we're going to do roasted, vegetable terms, all raisin, fast talking the chicken. And so to do this, what we're going to do, turn this over, and basically this rib right here, this spine, we're going to cut that out. And you can use a nice kitchen shears or a really sharp knife. We're going to basically just cut through the bone on both sides.
Kind of great science class.
Right, yeah.
Dissecting the frog in science class.
Right. So that's what's going to come right off. And we're going to roast this with the whole chicken too. Yeah, this is dog or other things like that. Okay, so at this point, we're just going to break this open here.
Maybe put a crust in it.
And we're going to lay that nice and flat, just like that.
And leave the skin.
We're going to leave the skin on. Yeah, there's a lot of fat and flavor, and this, and once we roast it, the skin is like my favorite part. My kids love the skin too. So it's really that part of it. Yeah.
How does the same in terms of getting or prepping it, like whether it's a duck or whether it's quail or anything like that?
Well, with the cooking times and the end time, the end temperature is totally different. This we're going to cook about 160 degrees and let it rest. We're going to need temperature of 105. With duck, usually you want to remove the leg, it goes to a higher temperature slowly, and the rest you want more mid-range. Ducks are poultry, but they're really considered a red meat. You can eat the duck at a lower temperature than chicken. Yeah. But okay, so what the best way to do this in my opinion is before you roast this, ideally you're going to salt all over lightly, top and bottom, and you're going to let this rest in your refrigerator uncovered for about an hour.
Yeah. For some people who, there are some people who probably want to do it overnight. Would you recommend doing it overnight so let it sit, or set too long?
It won't do anything bad. An hour is good. Okay. Consider the meat, the duck. You just want the salt to be able to bring out the moisture, dissolve, yeah. So right here, we've got a little mixture of gochujang and several different dried chilies, orange juice, and going to be marinating this. So this is after, fast forward, an hour goes by, that's your refrigerator. And do is just kind of heat it on.
Is it part of the stuff that you offer in catering services?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that, how people can get a hold of you?
So Instagram, or by email, or by phone, all those contact options are available. And yeah, this is one of many things that we offer. Family meals, classic, kind of celebratory event.
People can smell it. It smells so good.
Yeah, but once you really, really awesome.
You're not skimping on that at all.
No, you want to be very generous with your thing. Yeah.
You do it on both sides as well?
Nope, well, just do it on the top. Yep, that's what we're going to do. All right. We're going to, after this marinade, we're going to throw this into a 350-degree oven. That's going to take about 30 to 45 minutes.
But do you tossing in warm water into the blending process?
You can do that with the whole seed, with These are very, very hard. So,
Yeah, no, when you pick up the piece and then you tilt it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can also get it in kind of already done in a particle good. You can a brick, you can break it up, and then have your liquid. All right. Well, sounds good. Definitely appreciate it. We're going to check back in with you in a minute and see what the next step is for that process. Yeah.
And in the meantime, if you want to try to make this for yourself, we have provided stores to you over on our website at KWTV.com. Just click the kitchen tab in the Great King drop-down menu.
Never touch down power line. They are live and dangerous. If you see a down line, stay away, call 911, and avoid touching anything that has come into contact with the power line.
Hey,
Or you got water pump. You got your
request your free independent water test today.
Have you been injured in an accident and feel like your case might be worth more than your control?
During California, you always have the right to a second opinion.
Get one from an experienced law firm that other attorneys hire when they need your file. Decades of experience, winning millions of dollars of people just like you.
Just like you.
Call us and find out what your case is really worth at no cost to you. E&B 3 Law Group, on your side when it matters.
Selling your home shouldn't be stressful. What if you could skip the repairs, the sorting, and the uncertainty? Hi, I'm Dean. At Home Helpers Group, we offer a true agile solution. For over 15 years, we've made selling simple. As a local company, we value your time and peace of mind. Leave what you don't want. Go on your schedule. Let our team handle the rest. Be the partner who understands. Choose Home Helpers Group.
Natural Gas has a distinctive Rat-Jake smell to it. If you think you smell good, you need to act fast by leaving the area and calling 911. Once you are safe, call PG&E at 1-800-743-5000.
Happening this morning, 4 adults are displaced after a fire broke out in a home near Valentine and Rialto in Fresno. New video just into the newsroom shows the aftermath. Firefighters responding just before 7 a.m. and found the home squad heavily involved in fires in the location there on the left of the map, showing where it was at. Initial reports indicated people might still be inside, prompting crews prepare for a rescue response. Fire officials say everyone was accounted for, although one man went back into the house after firefighters arrived and had to be escorted out, but nobody was hurt. Firefighters also say several dogs and cats were safely removed from the home. The fire was contained into the garage, and investigators are still working to determine what caused the fire. A seaplane with engine trouble made an emergency landing on the Arizona roadway last month. It was all caught on camera. Look at this. Video shows the plane flying low over traffic lights and utility lines as it approached the ground. See on the road, there were few cars at the time on the road, helping with the smooth landing. Phoenix Fire Department spokesman called it a miracle. People on board got out safely without any injury. Well, the U.S. has a big birthday coming up this year, 250 years. It's often said the backbone of our nation are the farmers. The National News desk Taylor Murray visits a multi-generational family-run dairy farm in Maryland during National Dairy Week.
And the work of feeding our nation begins on the farm. At Walnut Ridge Farm in Middletown, Maryland, farming is a tradition and family commitment that's been passed down for 90 years.
All of us take really good, really sincere pride in what we do every day. It's not a 9 to 5
life on the more than 200-acre Walnut Ridge Farm is round the clock more for Pam Moser, her husband Danny, and their family. The dairy operation was started in 1936 by Pam's grandfather, and his family has not slowed down.
We wake up 3:30 every day, go to the barn. We can tell you everything you want to know about any of the animals.
And they really can. Every animal has a number and a name. From the Melbourne Academy's milk to the delicious products customers know and love under the Green label, Pam says she can raise every batch and every ounce of dairy that the cow came from.
We can tell you how that animal is raised,
It's a special bond, Pam says, they have with their cattle.
and it starts at a young age as a baby.
That's where Pam's daughter, Amber, shines.
It starts here, huh? Yep, it starts here. Oh, this one's like, I see the bottle.
Admittedly, Amber's favorite farm chore is nurturing and feeding the cows.
Think of this as easily.
Not every calf grows at the same rate, but Amber keeps a close eye on each one.
If you don't have a relationship with them, then, I don't know, I feel like they're just not going to grow into your future.
At first glance, it's not a name like any other, but there's something that sets them apart, and sympathy.
Any bulls that we use here for breeding, we don't use any bull that isn't A2A2. All of them are.
A2A2 refers to the specific genetic makeup of dairy cows that produce milk containing only the A2 beta casein protein rather than a more common A1 protein or a mix of both. Most people find A2 milk is significantly easier to digest.
Let's turn the pump on and get this girl out. I want to do that.
Every cow developed this farm produces certified 100% A2A2 milk. When the milking is done, some of it goes to a co-op, while the rest is processed through local partners on-site to create their own Blue Cow Creamery product.
We're feeding the people. We're giving them some value product, and it's all come full circle.
You can find Blue Cow Creamery at Walnut Ridge Farm along Maryland Ice Cream Trail. Support local and shop for a milkshake or two. After all, it's A2A2. For Amazing America, I'm Jennifer Murray with the National News Desk.
Amazing America 250 is sponsored by Balance of Nature, the Vital Nutrition Company.
Fox 26 will continue to celebrate America's birthday by looking at our history, the democracy, innovation, culture, and the heroes among us. If you want to see more stories that highlight what makes here in California and the country so special, check out our Amazing America page on KNTH.com or the QR code you see right below me. They feature powerful local stories from right here at home, along with inspiring reports from sister stations all across the country. The countdown is on to the World Cup, just a couple of days away now. How new technology is saving organizers time and money when it comes to maintaining the training grounds for some of the best soccer players in the world.
Family Time is sponsored by Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Family life is full of busy schedules and the daily grind where it's easy for families to drift into routines without really connecting or enjoying quality time. Life moves at such a fast pace, and it's important to remember to find ways to prioritize special family time. Taking time to connect with your family builds stronger bonds, lasting memories, and helps remind everyone what matters most. So try to pause, put the distractions aside, and make time for family time.
My biggest contribution to leadership. When you approach people, you want to let them surprise and delight. See somebody in a disadvantage and they're rushing for, you need to check down.
Take down.
Hold her back. We're here to serve the customer. That's the Grupetti way. This playbook is my way. Yeah, that's it.
I've been thinking my entire life out of doing this thing, and I'm constantly drawing my brows. So when some of my friends came to me, they got and were happy with the results, I booked my first consultation. Botox Cosmetics, it's been FDA approved for over 20 years, and it's the most studied product of its kind. I'm happy with my results. They're very natural. Botox Cosmetics is excellent for hours to weeks after injection causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away if difficulty swallowing, including breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions are at high risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid teasing, or swelling. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxin, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. I'm the one and only Taylor. I got to use the one and only Botox Cosmetic. Find a licensed Botox Cosmetic specialist at BotoxCosmetic.com.
That is why the chicken lost the
All right, it's 8:37, and here is a look now at up in the area. Yeah, nice start out there. It was a little foggy, a little overcast earlier, but that's looks like it's cleared out already. Traffic, doing the there. But guess what? It's going to be much cooler coast. Right? But it's going to be of particular interest to you this weekend because check it out. It's going to be 30 degrees cooler there this weekend. Do the math, and that puts us in triple digits here this weekend. 70s looking pretty nice at that point. Friday 74, Saturday 73, Sunday 73. 50s overnight, Sunday to mostly sunny throughout the weekend. You are getting the same thing this weekend. Please travel safe and enjoy that. Your weather up next. People with the evening planner. We got some fun things going on here for your Tuesday night, so we'll get that out and take a look at your next one.
As excitement heats up for this summer's World Cup game, new technology at UC Santa Barbara is helping to transform soccer field maintenance and prepare surfaces for some of the world's top players. Constantino Wahab has the details.
It looks like a flash forward into the future. But this robot is hard at work on the soccer field at UC Santa Barbara.
Pretty easy to use.
The GPS guide is used to switch the pipeline without even ever pushing a paint part.
Now you show up, press a few buttons and it introduces for that.
The robot, made by TurfTank, is about the size of a large microwave and is controlled using a tablet.
For the most part, it was pre-programmed with all the zeros and ones, but I can add the field onto this location at our city of Santa Barbara, and then I'll change it on the tablet.
It can paint an entire soccer field in just 23 minutes. That job normally takes several people hours to complete.
Sometimes I could paint 6 fields in a day.
The technology will play an important role as UCSB hosts the Australian national team for World Cup training. The robot already tests fields for the Gauchos, but now it will help prepare some of the world's best soccer players.
Man, it's amazing. I mean, the problems, there are very few, and when there are, we can fix them super quick.
The robot uses less fuel than traditional methods and runs on rechargeable batteries.
It actually requires a lot of batteries. There's batteries for this, batteries for the iPad, batteries for the satellite over there.
And while some may wonder whether automation will replace workers, TurfTank says technology can free up ground crews or others with maintenance tasks. Are you worried that we're not going to use the next year?
We're always going to use this, but in some way, yeah, technology is kind of taking over in a lot of ways. But for me personally, right now, very easy.
At UC Santa Barbara, I'm Michelle Reporter, Wahab.
Many stadiums across the U.S. are hosting World Cup games, and they're running green at the U.S. Green Building Council. So 13 of the 16 American stadiums used for the World Cup have achieved LEED Green Building Certification status. 10 have been certified since 2024 to ensure they meet high sustainability standards. These certified stadiums installed more than 11,000 solar panels to generate clean electricity. Now they'll save over 100 million gallons of potable water every year and eliminate more than 5 million single-use plastics every year. The Green Council says the stadium see improved indoor air quality as well. 4 of the 16 stadiums are reusing, recycling, or composting nearly all solid waste to avoid landfill dumping. NEPA says it's committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 50% by 2030, as well as reaching net zero carbon emissions by 2040. We are following breaking news for you out of the Milton Lake area where crashes sparked a fire this morning. Fox 26 reporter Alexis Gouveia live there near Friday with what we know so far. Good morning, Alexis. Having some audio issues there for obviously, but we apologize for that. But as obviously, you saw, the fire has sparked in this area. Firefighters are on scene. We're going to check back in with Alexis in a little bit just to see what other information she's been able to gather from firefighters. In the meantime, let's turn it over to Justin with a look at the weather.
Well, we got your community calendar out here, and here's what's happening. So, if you're looking for something to do tonight, we have the 2025 Food Festival going on at the River Park. If you're in Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Flamin' Hot brand, what do you? They're going to make all kinds of foods and tacos out there for you tonight at River Park from 5 tonight. Gilmore Girls Bingo, fans of the show, you think you know the most about it? Prove it at 10 Tavern in close to 6 o'clock tonight. John Barbarella and Paul Marston, there's some legendary climbers, and they're going to be sharing stories of their adventures going rock climbing out of Florida there at 7 o'clock tonight. So if you're in that climbing community there, you'll want to take some notes from these guys. Otherwise, temperatures tonight, well, pretty normal. It's a little windy out there, though. We will have clear skies, too. 87 at 5 o'clock. It is 80 there, 6, 7, 8 o'clock there. And 9 o'clock will be 51, 10, 79 degrees. So whatever you're doing tonight, enjoy. Up next, we're going to have 10-day forecast here. It's about to get really, really
Graduation season is here, and students across the valley are celebrating this week. President Unified has several ceremonies scheduled today. Graduates of Farmer High will celebrate their hard work this afternoon at the one at the State Park Center. At 4, Boulder High seniors will have their moment in the spotlight. Then at 8 tonight, Fresno High graduates will take the stage. The district will also be live streaming ceremonies from the State Park Center, and that link can be found on the district's Facebook page. McLean High School seniors will make today a bit more special by celebrating on their home turf. That ceremony begins at 7:30 at McLean Stadium on Wednesday. And Oakwood Central Unified Central 18 will be watching the stage at Barrington Beach Stadium at 8 this evening. And as always, we want to celebrate with you. So send us your favorite graduation photos, whether it's your graduate or cap and gown, a proud family moment, or a celebration after the ceremony. We will be sharing some of those photos right here on air as local students mark this big major milestone. Head over to KMPH.com/China to get started. Congratulations to the class of 2026.
After a car accident, also Toby and Myers received 5-star treatment. Blake Morgan, seriously injured in the car accident. Call 105 million to Toby and Myers because you deserve justice.
Men, we're expected to show up at work, at home, for our families, and yes, in the bedroom. But if your energy is down and you just don't feel like yourself anymore, low testosterone could be the reason. Testosterone is what fuels your strength, focus, and confidence. When it's optimized, everything changes. Don't just play the game, win it. Schedule your free testosterone assessment today at Game Day Men's Health. Get back to being the man you know you are with the help of Game Day Men's Health in Fresno and Visalia.
We welcome every new life with care, hope, and joy, because every beginning deserves celebration.
We monitor every heartbeat because life can change in an instant.
We bring precision skills to every procedure because every patient journey matters.
And meet people where they are because everyone deserves to have access to care.
And because of safety, I'm alive.
Hire Jacoby Live Expert Car Accident, and you don't pay unless we win your case. No fees, no costs, nothing. Another reason to call Jacoby Live. 1-800-5-9. Just you deserve it. Time is now 8:47. Let's take you back live to the Millicent Lake area where a crash sparked a fire this morning. Fox 46 reporter Alexis Gobea is live near Friant with what we know so far. Alexis?
Yeah, the scene is still very active. The smell is just pretty intense that I just had to put my mask on this morning. So BBC tells me a woman was driving east on Millicent and went off the road to the left side and hit a tree. The vehicle overturned and burst into flames. The vehicle is completely burned to ashes. BBC tells me the speed is unknown. There was only one person in the car, which was the woman that was transported to the hospital. BBC tells me she has arms as well as his head injuries. He was airlifted by Skyline right here from Millicent Lake. Wildfire just told me that about 6 acres burned and the fire is contained. Before I toss back, I want to mention traffic is not being impacted at this time. For now, reporting live here this morning at Millicent Lake, I'm Alexis Gobea, Fox 316.
Well, the Spurs are looking to catch up to the Knicks in their quest to become the new NBA champions. The finals moved to Madison Square Garden, New York last night, where the Knicks would try and take a commanding 3-0 lead over the Spurs. But the rough stuff started early. San Antonio's Victor Wembanyama grabbed Jalen Brunson by the back of the neck and shoved him to the floor. Officials, I think, get physical and get a little testy from game one. Minutes later, after Wemby shoved, San Antonio's Luke Cornett rolled over John Hart, leading to this slight scuffle. There have been some skirmishes like that over these first 3 games, but the rough stuff, it benefited the Spurs, who took a win for this matchup 115-111. The Knicks now lead the series 2-1.
The 10-day forecast is sponsored by Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino.
Right there about 8:49, 10-day forecast here, local at 89, and well, we got that today. It's very a little bit easy, less clear skies out there. Enjoy while it's good because we get pretty quick here. 97 tomorrow, triple digits here. Look at this. 103 Thursday, 105 Friday, and Saturday would be 2 degrees shy of the record there. And we'll back off a little bit. Staying in triple digits there, looks like all the way through next Tuesday. Going to get close next Wednesday. Overnight weather is going to be in the 60s over the next week and a half. Stand today with all the latest weather information. So look about a 26 forecast app in the App Store. After the break, we're heading back into the Great Day Kitchen to continue cooking with Chef Chauncey Gardner. He'll be showing us how to make a simple sauce that makes our roasted chicken recipe take it up to the next level. As you know, we want you to be a part of Great Day. Send your birthday photos online for a chance to be just right here on the show. All photos must be submitted on our website via Chime In. So head on over to KMPH.com/chime in on your computer, your cell phone, or even your tablet to get started. But please submit those birthdays at least 2 weeks in advance, include person's name, birthday, and age. We'll share and celebrate birthdays each week on a Friday morning. So wish you all a happy birthday.
For no matter what crosses your path, it covers confidence, AAA insurance.
The San Joaquin Valley is a community rich in tradition and pride, and Culligan of Fresno and Lindsay has a long history of providing providing custom solutions to address the area's water flows, like nitrates and arsenic. Culligan of Fresno and Lindsay, water you love since 1936.
Big lift, get back on your feet with a Power Lifter Blender by Golden Technologies. Grip firm, lay flat, relax, lift. The Boom Store has a huge selection by Golden Technologies, and we'll even give it a lift home with immediate delivery. Available today at the Boom Store.
When it comes to winning experience, no one else can say they are the Curtis League.
For over 70 years, we've been known as the Central Valley for wins. When you have a team like ours, and you put in hard work, it pays off for you.
For over 70 years, winning is what we've done and what we will continue to do. We are the voice of the industry. We are the Curtis Legal Group. We are your car wreck heavy hitters.
The heavy hitters are the way to go. All money that all trees won't take hold.
For no matter what crosses your path, get covered confidence with AAA insurance.
We'll find love,
I'm certain on the line.
and we will find heartbreak.
No one knows people that
I did tell two women that I had called for them.
Tonight at 8 on Fox 26. Get the Fox 26 News app now. Instant alerts, the second news breaks. Watch Fox 26 News anywhere. Download the Fox 26 News app now.
We're back in the Big Kitchen with Chef Chuck Gardner from Umi Company.
All right, Chef. So, sure, we got the chicken roasting right now. So, in the oven. Now, we're going to step up our sauce. All right.
What kind of sauce?
It's going to be fresh chimichurri, which I love, and we're going to
It's fun to say.
chimichurri. It's very chimmy.
It's chimichurri.
I really using herbs to bring to this. Just have fun with it. I like using arugula as a base.
That's for you.
And even yes, it's very, very good. And so today we're going to be using some arugula, mushroom, and parsley here. Kind of mix it in the leaves. And we're just going to do what's called a chip wrap. Just bundle this all and pull it all together. And just slice right down. Everything tight. And you know, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of a rough chip now. And this sauce, a lot of times you'll see it kind of blended out and things like that. But I like when it has texture. When it has texture and it's just really fresh and you taste the herbs and kind of feel them also. It's my favorite way of doing it.
Okay, what's the herb?
You use tarragon. I would say because like rosemary.
No, that's what's going on.
Yeah. That's why arugula is really nice. I can see maybe even some chicory in there at some point. You know, that's really nice.
Okay.
We're going to put some Fresno chilies in there also.
And you have to heat it up?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. I take the seeds out. Just to calm it down a little bit. So you can use pretty much any pepper here, though. I like that a little bit as well. If you don't have to, you can crushed red peppers also.
Watching the chopping process is oddly satisfying.
Yeah.
The way you do it is just like, it's so simple, it's so quick. It's like,
Just like that. And we're going to put a little bit of shallot, too. Now, I like using shallot because it's a little bit, it's a little bit sweeter than a regular onion, than a red onion. But a red onion,
But that, you don't have the salad.
yeah. Red onion works fine. Even a white onion will be okay. Just want to try to get it as small of a cut possible.
now, as someone who doesn't chop onions every day, do shallots make you cry?
They can, yeah. If they're older, they can definitely release the gap and make it cut. Absolutely.
They're older now.
If you have it cold, if you have it now, if you're frying, you're like, it's those shallots, not the
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to add some microplane garlic in here. You can slice it or you can mince it.
Either way, like, it smells. Now you put it together, it smells so good.
So nicely. This condiment really can go pretty much. I mean, just even fish, all of it, it's really a versatile salsa. It's kind of a Spanish style salsa. Italians have salsa verde. Mexico, you have salsa verde also a little different with conchillos. So, different regions use different herbs. And, it's Italy, they use seafood, and citrus rather than vinegar.
Depends on the region, right? It also depends on the region. So once that is all mixed up, then you just let it sit for a little while.
Yeah, just let it marinate a little bit. So what's going to happen is the acidity of the vinegar is going to help neutralize that bite of the onions and the garlic. And it's going to kind of mellow it down. And we're going to we're making what's called a mold, which is the oil from the vinegar, called also making a vinaigrette, but it's very, very coarse.
Want to get my friends to it?
Chef Irish, we could sit here and watch this finished process, but we're going to wrap things up right now. Sure. Chef Chauncey Gardner, we're going to get in a little bit in the next hour to continue working on this delicious dish and other items.
If you any part of this course, you can always go to our website, kph.com. On the kitchen top, drink it, drop it down, and let me live.
When your home field cooling happens,
It's usually works to prevent asthma attacks. So game days are better. Girls' days are better. Even Mondays are better. Yes, it's an add-on for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for separating problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, spouts, longer throat swelling, dizzy, and trouble breathing. Doctor right away has signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark colored urine, tingling or numbness in the legs. Tell your doctor if you will worsen skin symptoms, or an ache of pain, or for acidic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about your case.
The Alton treatment study, 2 hours of non-stop wow. Don't miss the double wheel of destiny. High-fly trapeze, the most epic unicycle on Earth and more. Get your tickets to the circus today. Come to St. Mark's until July 2nd and 5th. Save 50% on the face value of opening night tickets.
Can you believe you're making millions that must be moving higher? And we don't have tickets yet?
The bigger, better Mega Millions. Today's jackpot is now over $350 million. And today, are you ready to make jump disappear? I'm so looking forward to this.
We make jump disappear. Oh, you have to do this point. All 1-800-JUMP. We'll be there before you hang up the phone. Presto! We got you covered. Box 26 birthday.
You're watching Box 26, the only 5 local news coverage on right now. Welcome to Right There.
Good morning, I'm Liz Gonzalez.
I'm Paul Cook. Justin Lewis, thank you for starting your Tuesday with us. And again, another nice day. Pretty nice. Fog's going over the mountains there, but it's nice.
Don't be cold.
Yeah, it's breezy out there. We're on first time. It's a really nice day out there.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, and then, later this week, it's pretty hot out there. So be ready. Yeah, it's June. We're getting to the middle of the year. That's when things really start heating up, and we're going to feel it this week. So let's see how today's going out there. Right now, we'll get going here with the first edition, and it is 69 out there right now. Winds out of west-northwest at 15 miles an hour, and that dew point is at 54. All right, here is the rest of the day at 10 a.m. 73, at noon 79. 5 o'clock it'll be 87 degrees. Clear skies, wind speeds will be about 10 to 15 miles an hour throughout the day. We'll talk about those winds, but your next weather maker is going to heat us up.
Let's take you back out live from Livingston Lake where a crash sparked a fire this morning. That's where we find Fox 26 reporter Alexis Silvea live near fires with what other information we've learned so far. Good morning, Alexis. Yeah, so the scene is still active, as you can see right behind me. The smell is pretty intense that I even had to put a mask on this morning. 50,000, a woman was driving east on Militant, went off the road to the left side and hit a tree. The vehicle overturned and burned into the flame. The vehicle is completely burned to ashes. 50,000 is unknown. There was only one person in the car, which was the driver. The woman was transported to the hospital. She tells me she has some burns and some head injuries. She was urgently advised. Satellite right here from Livingston Lake. CAL FIRE tells me about 8 acres burned and the fire is consuming. Before I talk back to the studio, I want to mention traffic is not being impacted at this time. For now, reporting live this morning at Livingston Lake, I'm Alexis Silvea, Fox 26. All right, thanks so much for that update, Alexis. A live look now at PG&E's outage map, which shows nearly 100 homes and businesses southwest of Sanger without power right now. It is southwest of Sanger, northeast of Delray. According to PG&E's website, the outage started around 2:30 this morning. Right now, power is estimated to be restored around 10:30 this morning, according to the utility. And new this morning, 4 people were displaced after a fire broke out in a home near Valentine and Rialto in Fresno. New video just into our newsroom shows the aftermath. Firefighters responded just before 7 and found the home's garage heavily engulfed in flames. So this will unfortunately the people might still have been inside and was pumping crews to get ready for a rescue response. But fire officials say that everyone was accounted for, although one man did go back to the house after firefighters arrived and had to be escorted out. No one was hurt. Firefighters also tell us several dogs and cats were safely removed from the home. Again, that fire continued to the garage, but investigators are still trying to figure out exactly where they got to spark that fire. The Fresno Police Department investigating a crash that killed a woman in East Central Fresno last night. This at the intersection of Maple and Garland around 9:30. Officers say they arrived to find a downed motorcycle along with the rider and a woman in the road. Police say she was beaten killed by the motorcycle. The motorcyclist had minor injuries and was taken. We're now trying to figure out whether drugs or alcohol were factored in this test. And if you have any information, help Fresno Police. And a man now facing a murder charge accused of killing his father, stabbing him to death. Stabbing happened around midnight Saturday at a home in Shaw in Grantland Avenue. When deputies arrived, the 21-year-old female was referred into custody. Deputies and firefighters found the victim, tried to help, and then died at the scene. The victim has been identified as 79-year-old Freeman Hunter Jr., father of the 21-year-old. The motive in that stabbing is still not clear this morning.
All right, so 9:04. This week's starting to pick up, and you're going to see 13-mile-an-hour winds going on in Fresno right now. 12 in Madera, 10 in Merced, and more Visalia, 9 miles an hour. Yeah, it's going to start picking up here for a lot here. In South Madera, 5 miles an hour, Portugal, but that should pick up as the day goes on there. So what's happening with these wind speeds is we have a low pressure system kind of dragging in some long-forward flow, if you will. It's moving eastward there. As it does that here, the high pressure there on the Pacific is going to start increasing, and it's going to do so very intensely. And once it gets into our area, it is going to poke us. But this is the norm this time of year, right? We're getting to the middle of June now, and things start heating up about that time. But we have to deal with the wind first here. In fact, peak wind speed here for you throughout the next 24 hours as that low pressure gets out of here. 25-mile-an-hour wind expected up in the set. It's going to 20 in Montana, Madera, Glencoe, Lemoore, maybe 15-mile-an-hour winds going to the south valley. And that's it there. Folks are there, 5 to 10-mile-an-hour winds going across the Sierra Nevada mountains otherwise. Temperature-wise, we are at 88 today. That's fairly normal. Enjoy it while it's here. You can look at the warm-up. 97 tomorrow, and then 103 on Thursday. Yeah, we're getting that time of year where heat risk right there. So you're going to want to take the necessary precautions. We got 60 going. Three overnight lows, by the way. Wind speeds might hang on to that tomorrow and Thursday at 15 miles an hour. Up next, highs and lows across the rest of the
June is Pride Month for the LGBTQ plus community. And now Fresno County Supervisor Gary Redfeld is proposing a new celebration for June, known as Traditional Nuclear Family Month. Redfeld says the entire month would be about recognizing what he calls traditional values and the importance of two-parent households with one mom and one dad. Redfeld insists that this is not a way to oppose Pride Month.
The thing about this values stands for something. It doesn't stand against anything. It stands for traditional values. It stands for the things that this country is founded on, our their Christian belief.
Statler Brown, meantime, is an advocate for the LGBTQ plus community. He says while he agrees that all families should be celebrated, success shouldn't be limited to one model. In this case, his father was replaced by a mother.
It seems to me that, people and our shelters that are in Fresno County, we want to know that the government is kind of, saying that, those families aren't as important as those with one husband, one wife. And I think that's really important in addition to all the LGBTQ families who are raising happy, healthy, thriving families in the county.
Other states have already adopted similar resolutions, including Texas and Tennessee, and that is what Supervisor Redfeld said that he got his inspiration for the Fresno County resolution. And that one will be going before the Board of Supervisors next Tuesday, and Redfeld says his confidence is located. Time is now 9:07. About 2/3 of these data centers are going up in drought-prone areas, and some will need more water than a small town on a hot day. We break down a new UC study that's turning Texas into a growing political plant. Allied Bear Animal Shelter says it could be forced to close without community help. Up next, why it's finally dropped out and what it'll take to keep the doors open.
I'm retired. Well, I've got plenty of time for a burger break.
This segment is sponsored by Triangle Burger. You're watching Fox 26. Weekday will continue in a moment.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Jacoby & Myers Injury Lawyers, because you deserve justice.
We love our new closet. It keeps us organized. There's a place for everything.
And Closet Last Time made it.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
She trusted her lawyer after the accident. They told her she needed more tests, more procedures. They called it necessary. She was scared. She was in pain. So she believed. The bills kept climbing. The bills kept growing. Her lawyer took nearly half. And when suddenly finally came, nothing was left. Just debt and regret. If you've been scammed by your lawyer, tell your story at ProtectCaliforniaConsumers.com.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, it can do one of the hardest times. Let us help you do it.
The settlement process really great.
If you're hurt, 1-800, call you.
You should know the fact. The eczema medication you're taking may not be right for you. Visit MyRockFood.com and talk to your dermatologist about your symptoms and treatment.
Daddy, however you live, you got the perfect one for you. Because only the local ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Green, Creek, and Black. That sounds pretty perfect. Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV.com. You know I played in high school? Oh, I went. Hey, never begins you to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps. So on. Wait, there's no iTunes. How would I ruin a first visit there?
Welcome back. Time is now 9:10. It is a problem that shelters across the central San Joaquin Valley know all too well. Too many animals in need and not enough resources to care for them. Just 2 days ago, the Friends of Madera Animal Shelter put out a warning on social media that it will be at its limit without community support. Yesterday, staff tell us more than 19 puppies were dropped off right in front of the facility. Now the shelter said it is being forced to close its doors as funding runs dangerously low.
We have lack of funding going on in donations, and we're down to a bare minimum. In fact, if we don't get donations quickly, our doors will be closing. Help keep us open, guys. Because if we're not, then there's no help. There's no help. We do a lot. There's other rescues in other counties, but we have a lot of people come to us because everywhere they call, they say they're full.
Fraser says the shelter typically receives a grant from PetSmart, but that funding did not come through this year. It estimates that it needs between $100,000 to $180,000 to stay up and running this year alone. Fraser tells us that right now there are 2 anonymous donors willing to match contributions. One up to $10,000, another up to $30,000. She says if any foundation is interested in donating to help keep the stores open, it will be most thankful. If you would like to donate, you can find the details on our website, KNPH.com. And it's not just Madera County facing this challenge. In Fresno, a group of rescuers known as Community Cause Alliance recently urged city councils to invest more money in spay and neuter programs. The group says the city's proposed budget includes $225,000 to help an estimated 1,800 animals. Rescues argue that boosting spay and neuter funding is key to reducing overcrowding in local shelters. At the state level, Assemblymember Esmeralda Sonia is doing her part to help animal shelters with Assembly Bill 2020. A proposed legislation would loosen facility requirements for high-volume spay and neuter services in the state. It would allow the services to be performed in registered or temporary settings, like mobile spay and neuter clinics, without having to meet current facility standards.
We want to make sure that we're preventing overpopulation, and that the only way that we will do it is to spay and neuter services.
Sonia says the proposal is expected to be heard in committee next Monday. If the bill does get signed into law, the spokesperson for Assemblymember Sonia tells us that mass clinics would be mobilized across the state immediately. A mass clinic is a mobile animal sterilization hospital, a temporary pop-up that's designed to provide high-volume spay, neuter, and vaccines for pets in underserved or remote communities. Many services.
All right, 7:13. High to low for today. All right, here we go. We got 66, 77, 88. 66, of course, for San Francisco. 77 for LA. 88 here in Fresno. It's going to be sunny here, but very windy out there in some parts of the valley. Check it out. Up north, we're going to head to San Luis, going to be 87 after Los Santos. Fireball, 88. Kermit, Madera, 88. Oakers, good morning. You're at 81. Mariposa, 79. And Chipaway, 7. Right over at the Oakland Valley, week 5 out there, 89 for Clovis, Stanger, and Reedley. Rosie and Woodlake also at 89. Selma, good morning, 88 for you, 89 in Kingsford. South Valley temperatures here for Lincoln, 89, Avalon, 87, 88 in Hampton. Yes, 89 from Corcoran, Tulare, and Visalia. Porterville, good morning to you. You're at 89 degrees today. And Tulare, 87 over at Lowe's. Those are range the temperatures into the 60s across the valley. Up next, we'll take a look at the air quality and altitude.
9:14 when we come back, we head back to the kitchen with Chef Country Gardener to make some more food. But before we go to break, here is a look at Singlet, brought to you by the Skyhawk 26 Drone Channel.
For just a moment, think about the windows on your house. Did you put a layer of dust on them? Or maybe they even have that layer of pollen left over from spring? Alright, I've got the quick, easy, and safe fix for you. This is the full crystal all-season kit, which allows you to safely and effectively wash your windows, wait for it, while keeping the screen on. Okay, so this is how it works. You're going to mix the crystal powder
in with water into this container and then just attach any hose. You're getting 6 of these packets, which will clean up to 120 windows. This is not in the cost of calling a professional out to clean up to 120 windows. Now, I love the safety aspect of this. This is a specially engineered container that will shoot 27 feet. That means no ladder necessary to get those second-story windows. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. Just spray, walk away, and enjoy your crystal clean. You're probably going to love the crystal clean of your windows so much you'll want to use this on other places like your cars, RVs, or the siding of your house. For me, I love to use this on our deck and our patio and our outdoor furniture. It's safe for plants, pets, and kids, and right now, Full Crystal is on a 53% discount and a deal price of $35. So stop out and use this year-round. This is an exclusive offer only available at ASAdeals.com.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Korea Health. More than medicine, life.
Life is fragile.
Fox Tuesday.
I come from Henderson, West Bay.
Oh God! How the believer reveals his painful past. My parents passed away in the peaceful park in the most powerful episode yet. I never messed up my life.
Tuesday at 9 on Fox 26.
Hey fans, Todd Stone here. Make sure to watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 this summer on Fox. At Stanton, you get the best value. 2 pairs for just $79. A free eye exam, anti-glare made same day. That value you can actually see. Smart, simple, Stanton.
Chevy Silverado drivers will grow a lot the next 5 years. For their families, for their communities, here's one thing they won't: pay interest on their needs. Just announced, for a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Take on new adventures, make new memories, and leave interest behind.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plexoniasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? With fewer symptoms from moderate to severe plexoniasis, where would you go? Imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clear skin is possible. And for those with active psoriatic arthritis, Tremfya goes beyond the skin. Less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Tremfya even reduces fatigue. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have infection, flu-like symptoms, and need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Your doctor about Tremfya.
At Stanton, we sell great frames. All sorts of frames. Over 1,000 frames, starting at just $79. I save money, and I see great. Smart, simple, Stanton.
It's 9:18, air quality is out, here report time, and check it out. Good air quality going for San Antonio County. Fresno, King, Tulare County, not too bad with moderate air quality. Same for Sequoia National Park. With the altitude report, pollen levels are moderate, cold and low. Dustin standard, staying in that moderate to high range though. We have all of the institute for going through your top allergens today. With the illness outlook, triggers for asthma, sinus pressure, moderate to high. Common cold arthritis and migraine, staying low. Extreme symptoms only. Always consult a physician. In just a little bit here, we'll take a look at your regional day planners here with the Athens certificate for the northern, central, and southern regions. Next.
And we're back in Drinking Kitchen with Chef Country Garden number 4.
Alright, Chef, we're in the next step. We got the series that's chicken in the oven. We're good on that. Alright, so yeah, we're coming along. Of our meal here.
And I will tell you, that caught our attention. I immediately said couscous, and then Carl went in and said,
I think it's not this enough. It's not the other. No, I.
system come through. We're going to learn something today. We're going to talk about the knowledge about
This is pearl species, or Israeli species. There are sections with the finer species in there too. And I prefer this one because it's a lot more versatile. It goes with a lot of different things.
You like the white one?
No, well, this is actually a pasta.
Oh.
Yeah, so definitely not gluten free. Yeah, very versatile. So what we're going to use to get started with, we're going to toast this just in a dry pan. Right pan. We're just going to let that kind of do its thing.
I saw the butter and I thought, okay, then maybe we could start here like orzo, but no.
No, not quite. This butter is going to go right into our hot water. So I've got about a cup of pasta here. And we've got about a cup and a half of water. And also what I like about this is it's very simple to prepare. So anyone can do this.
And you said medium heat or
medium hot, yeah. You want to give it a really nice taste. You're not trying to, you don't necessarily have to get it really colored or anything like that, but you just want to get it hot, get it kind of tasty.
Once it's toasted up, you're gonna it goes into the water, right?
So that's the water. We're not gonna cook it like pasta. So I've got this water up to a boil, and it's very hot. Turn the heat off. Got a butter in there, a little bit of salt.
Let it do.
And what we're gonna do, once this is thoroughly toasted, we're gonna transfer it into the water.
How do you know it's toasted?
You can have to go and so have you ever made rice pilaf before?
Yes.
You can, when you make the order toast, you can toast those, yeah, you can toast those really, really well. You don't need to go quite as much. Yeah. So you just want to get where it's hot, lightly toasted.
It's very much the best cabinet right now.
Yeah, I think that what's nice about this is it's so easy to put together, it's quick, so a lot of the meals that I like to do, especially on the shows, meals that people that anyone can do entry level, and it can feed a family, really, quite easily. So this is in a matter of, you don't have to cook this either. If you're in a family, you can just put it right into the water, or stock for that matter. You can use a stock and use it with, or if you wanted to add herbs and things like that, your water with rosemary, thyme, garlic, whatever you like. This would be enough option.
As I'm talking right now, we are nearing summer already something. But people are trying to fall events and so forth. You do provide catering for big groups as well.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that and how people can get a hold of you.
Yeah, so I have an Instagram, which is In Your Dining, at In Your Dining.
The pineapple is me.
Yeah. Yep, that's our logo. And you can also contact me over the phone or by email at tomkeith@yahoo.com.
Thank you so much for showing us what's next. We'll get back with you one last time, see the fitness results, and maybe some of the delicious food you have
That chicken smells really good.
It does.
If you missed any of this segment or want to watch it again, go to our website, kmph.com. Just click the kitchen tab from the Great State drop-down menu.
The Workforce Spotlight, sponsored by Workforce Connection.
At Workforce Connection, we know the job market is competitive, and we're here to help you stand out. Your resume, your personal commercial, and employers often spend less than 20 seconds on it, so every word counts. Tip 1, keep it clean and focused, keep it to one page. Use clear sections and avoid long paragraphs. A hiring manager should spot your strengths right away. Tip 2, lead with your values. Don't just list tasks, show the results. For example, instead of managed schedules, write coordinated schedules that improve efficiency by 15%. Tip 3, tailor it to the job. Use keywords from the job description to match what the employer is seeking. That will help your resume stand out in both human and computer screening. Your next opportunity is out there, and we can help you reach it. Workforce Connection, your partner in staying competitive and building a successful career.
The Workforce Spotlight, sponsored by Workforce Connection.
Okay, jump in the beer. All you have to do is point. So what time is that done? Or is it 1-800
ChevroletMontana.com. Chevy Silverado drivers will show up the next 5 years for their families, for their communities. Here's one thing they won't pay interest on their new truck. Just announced for a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Take on new adventures, make new memories, and leave the interest behind.
This is your participating Central Valley Chevrolet dealer. At Jacoby Myers, injury law is about money. Take you back to the life you love. See what your case is. Call 1-800-5-MILLION.
California's calling. Every drive is a chance to discover a new adventure. 21 hybrid and electrified Toyota models. Here's a ride makes you. Get 0% APR on all Toyota EVs, like the all-new Styler CHR, plus cash back on the all-electric VC with incredible range and powerful all-electric VC woodwork. Go farther and spend less. Toyota's hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and all-electric EVs. Toyota, let's go places.
Darius was on his way home from basketball with his mom. When out of nowhere, they got two goals. Paul turns to the races. He knew the heavy hitters would get him the money he deserved. I'll invest not me. I'll invest the heavy hitters.
Are you ready to make justice appear? I'm looking forward to it.
We make justice appear. All you have to do is your point.
Call 1-800-JUST.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
It's 9:27 here. Take a look at the days when the year for Chowchilla there. Good morning. Chowchilla at 10 a.m. You're 73 and noon, 79, 587. Sunny and winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Chowchilla, have a great day. Parlier, here's Fresno County. Good morning, Parlier. 10 a.m. 72, noon 78, 587. Sunny and windy this afternoon, 10 to 15 mile an hour winds from there. Parlier, have a great day. And further south, early morning. Good morning to you. 10 a.m. 73, noon 79 and 588. Sunny there, and we see something up until later on though. You got 10 to 15 miles an hour like the rest of us, but mid to good afternoon there. Early morning. Have a great day. In just a bit here, we'll get your weekend getaway forecast going in. That'll be here before you know it, and it's going to be hot. Get out of town someplace cooler. We'll do that next. The new world screw worm that Department 3 calves in Central Texas has now spread. Officials from the Department of Agriculture announced a dog previously believed to be infected in Texas actually lives in New Mexico, marking that state's first official confirmed case. Also, a goat in Texas Hill Country was also confirmed as a flesh-eating parasite. Federal and state officials are treating this as an aggressive emergency.
These developments obviously represent a serious threat to our livestock and wildlife, but they haven't caught us off guard. We've been tracking this pest for a long time, and we have fought before, and we will do so again.
Now, the New World screwworm is a devastating parasite whose fly larvae burrow into the living flesh of warm-blooded animals, causing severe tissue damage and potential death. With respect to livestock, there are risks to economic losses. A report by the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas says that a larger outbreak could cost up to $3 billion in the Southwest and delay rebuilding the nation's cattle herd. But the Department of Agriculture says that at this time, there is no risk to our food supply. Right now, the USDA is releasing millions of sterile male flies weekly in order to break the pest reproductive cycle. In Tennessee, the National Assembly pushed back against the proposed data center that's planned next to its property. Zoo leaders say noise and light pollution from the nearly 70,000 square foot facility could negatively affect thousands of animals in their care. The zoo points to its clouded leopard population, saying that they are some of the most delicate and rarest animals in the world.
So we want to do exactly that, to stand with us to help fight against this data center. There's got to be a better place for this to go instead of about the #1 attraction that's focused on animals and children.
An online petition opposing the project has already gathered more than 180,000 signatures. The company behind the data center proposal says it will work with the zoo and also community leaders in order to express concern. About 2/3 of these data centers under construction are being built in drought-prone areas. Large centers need millions of gallons of water a day in order to keep cool. That is causing some serious pushback from lawmakers in on states that are expecting those new data centers.
We have a governor that's rolled out the red carpet in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott, for these data centers that are coming to communities hundreds of yards away from neighborhoods. People are not happy. I'm the only candidate running for governor that wants a moratorium on data centers, and it's our Republican-led state legislature that is going to saddle the cost of data centers, their energy, their water, their infrastructure on ratepayers.
A study by a UC Riverside research team found that community water works across the country will need billions of dollars in new infrastructure in order to meet spikes in data center water demand. Those spikes occur, by the way, on hot summer days. And according to the EPA, the number of extremely hot days, meaning over 95 degrees, is projected to increase with climate change. According to the study, without new water efficiencies, data center cooling systems could soon require close to 700 million to over 1 billion gallons of additional peak water capacity per day. According to one of the lead researchers, the cost of the required water infrastructure is estimated at $10 billion to up to $58 billion. There's also the high amount of energy needed to power the data centers. California's electricity rates are among the highest in the country, making affordability a major concern. Many, in fact, have advocated for tech companies that use these centers to put the bill. There's also a chance that eventually consumers cost one way or another. Hotter days, the first widespread heat wave of the season is coming to the central and eastern U.S. this week. It starts today in the central area, where it will also fuel severe thunderstorms. High temperatures in the upper 90s to low 100s will impact much of the plain, with lower 90s in the west of the Mississippi Valley. The heat index, or how hot it will actually feel, will be even higher than that. According to the Weather Prediction Center, nearly 50 million people will be under a level 3 or 4 major heat risk by tomorrow. That number soared to more than 80 million on Thursday when intense heat reaches the East Coast. New York City will climb to around 93 degrees, which would match the city's highest temperature so far just this year. The heat will start to ease over the weekend, though, in the east, and early next week it will be much cooler, with widespread highs in 70s and 80s. A seaplane with some engine trouble made an emergency landing on the Arizona roadway last month. All of it caught on camera. This video shows the plane flying low over traffic lights and utility lines to approach the ground. Few cars on the road at the time, as you can see, which made the landing a little more smoother. A Phoenix Fire Department spokesman called it a miracle. All 3 people on board getting out safely without any injuries. Graduation season this year at students across the valley are continuing the celebrations this week. President Unify has several ceremonies today to put off a graduate at Barber High. They will celebrate their hard work this afternoon at 1 in the State March Center, and then at 4 p.m. Northern High seniors will have their moment in the spotlight. At 8 tonight, Fresno High graduates will take the stage, and the district will provide streaming the ceremony from the State March Center with that link. You can find it on their district's Facebook page if you're not able to attend. The Clay High seniors, by the way, will make today a bit more special by celebrating on their own home turf. That ceremony starts at 7:30 at the Clay Stadium on Clinton. Over in Central Unified, the seniors will walk the stage at Aaron Collegiate Stadium at 8 this evening. Again, congratulations to the class of 2026. By the way, we want to be able to celebrate these moments with you. Send us your favorite graduation photo, whether it's a graduate cap and gown, a proud family moment, or a celebration after the ceremony. We'll be sharing some of those photos right here on air as local students mark this big milestone. Head over to KMPH.com/time to get started. And once again, congratulations to the class of 26.
Family Time is sponsored by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
June is National Get Outdoors Month, which is a great way to share the opportunity to stand out and reconnect with what matters most, your family. In our chaotic lives, it's easy to miss out on meaningful quality time together, but stepping outside for a walk, a picnic, or a day of exploring the great outdoors can create moments that turn into forever memories. The fresh air, vitamin D, and unplugged can strengthen your family bond and well-being. So this June, take it outside and find some time for family time.
Drugs, and then there's the experience UCR, the capability to handle the life through
That's the GMC leading threat drug money against your APR for 5 years, 1.15 plus no monthly payments for 30 days. We are professional grade. Why me? I consider it trust. I keep to my courses. And now I'm here. You got it.
Another day. Save pain, save meds, save struggling for significance. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq relieves skin noticeably quicker.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. For treatment, test for TB and blood. Serious infections, blood clots, symptoms, cancers, including lymphoma, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, and heart attack and stroke occur. See the event risk age, which is caused with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor you have these events, infection, FDUCs, or pregnant or blood. Don't say if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
Skip the stress of selling your home with Home Health Insurance. Proven choice for over 15 years. We offer a true as-is solution and we make it simple. You don't want to let our team handle the rest.
We believe you make it back. I believe you don't have tickets yet.
The bigger, better, in millions. Today's jackpot is now over $350 million. Today.
And good job.
Local company, weather, investigations, and breaking news. Stay connected and informed daily. Go to KMPH.com today.
Time now is 9:37. Happening now, Fresno County crews are making progress on road improvements west of Riverdale. Workers are paving about 3 miles of Malvation Avenue between Blythe and Garfield Avenue. Officials say it's part of a larger county-wide road improvement plan, which includes nearly 95 miles of pavement project. So expect some delays and increased traffic when driving through construction zones in these areas. 3 fireworks companies are going to pay more than $4 million to settle a federal lawsuit tied to a 2020 California wildfire. Sparks, the couple was having a dinner reveal party in El Dorado Ranch Park. The pyrotechnic that generates a cloud of smoke and the color of the baby dinner started a fire that eventually burned nearly 23,000 acres and killed a firefighter. Wholesale Fireworks Corp, American Fireworks Warehouse LLC, will pay the $4 million for its role in designing, supporting, distributing, and advertising the smoke bomb. A third company, Leeds Energy Inc., will pay $50,000. Prosecutors say the companies did not safely design and label the smoke bombs and failed to warn customers of the potential fire risk. This deal comes 2 years after the couple hosted a party pleading guilty to criminal charges tied to the fire. They were ordered to pay $1.7 million. In other state news, the California Department of Fish and Wildlife is now celebrating what it calls a massive win. 5 orphan black bear cubs released into the wild last fall, have successfully survived the winter. The agency tested a new approach by releasing the bears in the fall instead of waiting until springtime. Scientists say that all 5 found dead, hibernating through the winter, and have breeder birds this spring healthy and active. Officials say the approach gives young bears more time to develop survival skills while also spending less time around people. The stage now set for the mayoral race of Los Angeles. Democratic City Council member India Lawman defeated reality TV personality Spencer Pratt. He's advancing to the November general election to face incumbent Karen Bass. Pratt had been in second place on election night, but started to lose ground to Lawman as the vote count progressed. Democrats struggling heavily outnumber Republicans in Southern California, and Lawman is positioning herself himself as a progressive outsider. The state's elections often do take a while to become finalized because properly postmarked mail-in ballots have been posted today to be counted. And staying on the subject of that, the Department of Justice says that it wants to audit California's roll, but says the state won't cooperate. According to First Assistant U.S. Attorney Bill Saley, the feds are concerned about whether California is removing deceased voters, those who have moved, and those who have committed felonies that disqualify them from voting. The DOJ has been trying for over a year to determine the eligibility of those registered votes. The case is before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals.
That's 9:40, and there's a lot of the Bay Bridge up there in San Francisco. Yeah, looking pretty good over there, huh? Some fog in the way distant area out there. Looks like up north there, north of the Bay Area, but otherwise, no doubt, traffic decent out there. That's just beautiful. It's always cool up there, but you know, it's pretty good too. This weekend it's going to be really hot in the valley. Yeah, the temperatures are 33 cooler up in the Bay. Look at the 74 Friday, 72 Saturday, 72 Sunday. Overnight there, sunny to most sunny. So that up there. Temperatures good this weekend. We've got a great time. Up next, we're going to do the Breeze Plan. We got some stuff that we're going to down. So we're going to go to that Tuesday night and get to the forecast. The Spurs are looking to catch up to the Knicks in their quest to become the new NBA champions. The finals went to Madison Square Garden North last night, where the Knicks were trying to take a 3-0 lead over the Spurs to make a long stretch up with the Spurs, but rough stuff started early. San Antonio's Rick Wembanyama grabbed in a thrust by the back of the neck and switched to a four there into the Chris Paul. The Sixers finally they let them get this goal in game one. Minutes later, San Antonio's Luke Cornett rolled over Josh Carr, leading to the scuffle right here. Going for the ball, and Carr didn't like that shove there. Now, there's been some scrimmages like this over the first three games, but the rough stuff is better for the Spurs who took a 1-2 to 1-2. The Knicks now lead the series 2-1. Now, let's look at how both fans looked after the final point of Game 3. First thing in San Antonio, they erupted in applause after their team took Game 3, waving the flag in San Antonio. A lot of excitement there. Well, for the Knicks fans, they weren't too happy, but that wasn't the only thing they were dealing with anymore. Washington City was surrounded on all sides by ice carriers before and after tip-off, due in large part due to the President Trump. There was the Knicks' first home game of the finals, a momentous homecoming as the finals came back to Madison Square Garden for the first time even before 2000. 1999 was the last time that the Garden hosted the finals. But Titans cheered left some fans frustrated in the excitement because the watch party was playing for outside the Garden. They got spun up following the rest of the previous on Friday. At the start of the game, President Trump took his place in a box inside the arena, but when he appeared on the Jumbotron during the national anthem, loud boos to be heard throughout the Garden. Knicks and Spurs, by the way, they face off in the Olympic Games tomorrow night. Police say professional wrestling legend Hulk Hogan died of natural causes last year, formally closing the investigation into his death. Hogan, whose name is Terry Bollea, died in July at 71 years old last year. Left unsafe due to dealing with multiple health issues. He was one of the biggest stars in WWE's history and has also been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Pop singer Charlie XCX is taking the road this fall to announce his volume of tours for her upcoming 7-year album, Back in Film. And the 11th game is both in Coastal City, plus another stop in Toronto. They'll also perform a handful of festivals too, which include almost Chicago and Austin City Limits. The tour will start on September 11th in Philadelphia and run through late October, and it's going on Friday. Scooby-Doo is getting his own live-action series. Netflix is going to make the first look at Scooby-Doo Origins. Service released a picture of this real great new puppy that was portrayed as crime-solving dog, and in a teaser released online, Scooby-Doo's season 1 was Steve's summer camp when he meets his best friend Jackie for the first time. The new live-action show will also feature the rest of the game, Fred, Jackie, and Velma. So right now, this gets from here next year. Well, ahead of the country's 250th anniversary, a lot of Americans are actually very optimistic. A new survey shows a great number of people are worried about their finances. In
Federal Reserve Bank in New York finds that all respondents felt somewhat or much worse off in pay compared to the year earlier. And a new 18 North poll suggests that only a third of Republicans feel the American dream still holds true today. 8% say it's never been true. The poll defines the American dream as the belief that its people will get ahead. New research shows Americans would love to have the ability to work from home, but it would also lead to loneliness. According to a study from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, remote workers experience a 18% rise in hours spent alone with workers. 83% of remote workers alone reported spending entire days without any social interaction. Remote workers are also 5% more likely to use a mental health care provider than non-remote workers, and we're about 2% more likely to rely on prescription psychiatric medication. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. meanwhile, is highlighting the administration's efforts to put nutrition back in the center of medical education. Yesterday, he recognized 8 medical organizations that have voluntarily committed to implement reform across key training programs. I'm confident that years from now, you'll look back at this moment as a turning point in how we educate doctors, how we practice medicine, how we confront disease in this country. According to BCS, only 70 schools have now signed on to require every 40 hours of teaching and multiply a 40-hour equivalent starting this fall. Officials say there's no penalty. Schools don't need a requirement after 15 minutes. Time is now 9:26 now. The break is taken one last time to get on water to all. But get ready for soccer because World Cup is coming to Boston 26. It all kicks off this Thursday with Mexico taking on South Africa. From that opening match to the final whistle, Fox 26 is more home to all of the action. The stars, moments, and the biggest days in sports not expected it to make it World Cup in this game.